I'm here. I was just trying to share my live out to my story, which I have to do for my phone. May have echoed. But guess what I figured out? You see there is a timer on the board. We now have a timer. And I figured out how to do it. So this is going to be a big problem for people's. Oh wait, I gotta get that open. We're going to do a tutorial. I want to not have my screen turn off. Never. And we're going to go to yesterday's board. And then we are going to mirror. I did not have the time to do this before I came in. Yeah. We want to crop it. Crop it. So these are the answers from yesterday. But now I've got a timer. I have a timer. I did not share it out. So if people can tap and share, it would be appreciated. Got 2 people in here. Just give me un momento, por favor. We're going to make this bigger. I got to uncrop. That's not good. Mother fudger. You gotta make this smaller. I just realized I can't crop it that much, because if I crop it that much and there's more answers on the board, you're not going to be able to see them. So silly. Hey Peter, welcome in. I am doing boxes. I want to do an educational live on how to play TOXIC Feud. This is still too big. So we want to see. I'm going to make this smaller because there we go. I will get it down one day. I'm brand new. Sports Rumble with Ryan, welcome in. We are doing a training on how to play TOXIC Feud in my room, which is going to be going on throughout the month of October on Tuesdays, Saturdays. There we go. On Tuesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays at 8:30 Central, which is what time it is now. The game will be starting shortly. We're not going to play a game, but we are going to go over how the game is played. So I'm using the game from yesterday. I got Peter, I got Bill, Mr. Bill. There we go. Callie's coming in. Callie, like I said, you do not have to worry about being here. As much as I appreciate you, that is not, tonight is not the game itself. Mr. Bill is tapping the live. I do want to get some of the people in here that were playing yesterday, and everybody did not like my background. They said it was too dark, but I am dark. I am like Lydia. I myself, that's fine. We're going to share this out to new creations. What the F? So annoying. Share it to her. Mr. Bill would like to come up as a guest. Peter, if you want to come up. Why? I accepted it. Oh, you know why? Because I have a box. You gotta wait a second. I'm sharing it out. Kitty Mac. I'm trying to think of who. Debbie, you wanted to... See, when I go to search people, it's different on here. I can't, like, request people the same way I can on my own live. Just turned 8:30. Just turned 8:30. I'm going to put some music on. I did not do well at all today.
Oh, yeah?
Well, I mean, I took the time I needed, but who is in here? It's Callie, Peter, Mr. Bill. I just want to make sure I'm not missing people coming in because Dude, my computer runs so slow with this running. It's like really bad. Oh, it's searching in Wedding Crashers? I don't want you to search in that. I want you to search in my thingy. FAMI. There we go. Family Feud. I don't want to filter it for that. What is happening? It's not on that list, man. It's like searching for Family Feud songs in my playlist. I don't know what's happening. Family Feud. There we go. Just in music. There we go. Now we're going to get annoyed with this song. We're going to get annoyed with this song, guys. And
That's alright.
my CPU load is showing. Why is it yelling at me for my CPU load? I don't know what's happening. Callie, I had a box open, so when I have a box open, I can't accept invites because another thing is running. And my computer is slow, like I was just saying. So eventually I will update, but I'm trying to get into the multi-guest feature, and it's not doing that either. There we go. Accept. I'm not ignoring you.
It's okay.
Hi, Kelly.
There's a lot of crap going on my phone, or on my computer. And I want to see other people do this. So.
Yeah.
Me and Mr. Bill talk on the phone on FaceTime today.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Where is 3? New. I can't share this the way that I want to on my computer. So, and everybody that like said they would come in here, they're all live right now.
Yeah.
It's kind of annoying. And Keeney has a battle.
Yeah, of course. She always has a battle.
Yeah, well, we're not going to talk about that. I'd rather not. I'm sharing it out. And when you do a share out, it's actually better to tell them why you're sharing it. Right. Hey, welcome in, George. I'm showing how I'm doing my game and giving people.
So, are you gonna do a sleep live tonight?
I don't know.
Do you just go to sleep on live?
No.
Yeah.
I don't. I leave my phone running. I don't even have the volume up. I don't look at my phone. I set it, my phone goes down, and I walk away from my phone. I have nothing to do with the live.
Weird.
It's not weird. The reason that I'm doing it is because there's people who can't come when I'm normally live. So they come in and they do their heart me, and they do like the popular vote and all that stuff. So, it's not weird.
Why is it called a sleep live?
Because it's going on when I'm sleeping. I'm not awake. So it's a sleep live. I'm sleeping. That makes sense?
Yeah, that's what I asked, and you said no, you just walk away from your phone.
Yeah, because I'm not doing what other people do, where they have a static thing and they have the video on, or a picture of themselves, or them, thank you for the heart me, or them like this right now, sleeping, and no movement. I legitimately take this phone, I go into my thing, I put it on voice thing, and my phone is charging, and I have nothing to do with my phone. People do it during the day when they're at work. It's really not a valid way to like get. Hi, Big Time Dreams, welcome in. We are going to go over my game, which is Toxic Feud, which is my twist or spin, haha, on who's Ethel?
Me. That's my
Oh,
uncle.
that's right. You're big. I knew I saw the name yesterday. We're going to go over how to play this game, what the rules are, what all of these things are, all these different gifting options and all that stuff. So you can either hang in the chat or you can come up in a box if you want to ask questions and you want to be a part of the game. There is no entry to come into the box. We are not playing the game. I'm actually going to hide the game board for the moment. But look at what I got, Callie.
What'd you get?
Do you see it in next to the Toxic Feud? Should I make it bigger?
Oh, a timer.
Mm-hmm.
That's for me.
Right.
No, that was not from you. That was
It's for me.
It's for everyone because I can't let you just sit here and be like, so you're gonna have 15 seconds when we go down the line to do an answer, and 30 seconds to do the last round, which is now 2 bonus rounds. It's not just 1 bonus round, it's 2, because I'm not sitting there going through and making 5 different questions and trying to
Right.
isolate people and whatever. So it's going to be 8 answers on the board, up to 100 points. Like most of them are in the 90s or whatever. And we're going to do 2 bonus rounds. So the first person can try to get as many as they can off the board for that question. And the second question is going to be completely different. And they're going to do the same thing. So the accumulation of those points will be the points at the end.
Oh.
Cool.
So you're not gonna, it's not gonna be the same. I was like, this doesn't work. It's not working.
Right.
I don't like it. But I'm just waiting for some people to come in.
Mr. Bill, you're my other crazy uncle.
All right.
Peter is in here.
Hello, Peter. Peter Cottontail, hopping down the bunny.
I'm sure he's never heard that before.
No, I'm sure.
Peter, you've never heard that before, right?
At least I got to laugh.
That was from me.
I know. Mr. Bill chuckled a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for
Uncle
people
Bill.
to come in. So
Uncle Bill and Uncle Brett.
I've already talked to you guys about how the game is. You guys think it's good.
Yes.
Oh, I have to take my medicine.
Yeah.
I forgot to do that. I forgot to take my medicine.
Don't forget that.
I didn't totally forget. I just ate dinner. But I had to go to the bathroom, and I have tomorrow's game, which I finished last week. What's confusing?
The game?
The game's really not confusing.
It's really not. You just have to play it.
You're playing Family Feud, but there's options to make it toxic. And that's how I'm going to monetize off of it. Hey, Mr. Q. I'm explaining Toxic Family Feud. Welcome into the room. I'm just trying to get people in here, get it tapped out. We're up to 3.9K. Thank you for tapping, you guys. Appreciate you. Appreciate it. The game's not confusing if you are on TikTok and going to box battles, because what this is a box battle. But people are actually doing something. Instead of just sitting in a box muting. And we get a whole hour. The more share outs you have, the more everything. See, I can't play these are the original Family Feud rules, right? But how am I going to make money off of that?
Right.
Hey, New Creations, welcome in. Thanks for stopping in. Thank you for the heart, me. Appreciate you. You are more than welcome to request up in a box. I am not the person who likes to just pull people up into boxes. So as soon as I see you, if you want to come up to ask questions, that's what this is about. And of course, she's right on that. I'm not going to make a derogatory statement because I was going to say something about rice. How are you, New Creations?
Oh,
I am well. I'm happy to join your live. I just got done making me some hot cocoa.
I
Ah,
gotta go, y'all.
all right, Callie, go support that battle. We'll be here.
All right.
See ya.
Have fun. New
Bye,
Creations is doing
Bye.
all of the things. She's done her heart me. She is sharing out the live. And then I know as she's sitting there, because we had this conversation about how sometimes we're on the telephone and we tap our screens, she'll be tapping very shortly.
Yep.
Can't tap and
And
share at the same time.
I'm going to try to send it to Edine. I want Edine to see this.
I think I shared out my event
Okay.
earlier. So, E-Hat Days is on.
There you-
Is it on again? Oh, the days are Tuesday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm doing it 3 days a week now. Because
Nice.
consistency is everything on TikTok. And 1 day a week limits people. So I figured the weekend, Saturday nights for the people who have no life like me. Sunday for the people who are trying to unwind from the weekend and do something fun before they go back to work. And Tuesday
Right.
for the rest of the people.
That's right.
And 1 day a week can be easy to forget. Oh man, I wanted to do that. It's too late
Exactly.
now.
And it's consistent, and the more I do it, and it opens up for other people to come in and play, unlike Mr. Bill, who is always on TikTok and doesn't even go live. He's not a
You
live
can't get
host.
rid of me.
This
But
is really nice. I love it.
well, things are hidden right now.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Ask Mr. Bill. Mr. Bill, tell her how much time I've spent on this.
Lots. It's a lot of work.
I know. I'm already seeing just on here what she do. I'm just amazed of the things she's doing.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
do
last
like a
week,
mock
We spent like all day Sunday working on it.
Sunday and
Wow.
Monday. I spent
And Monday, yeah.
Sunday
Yeah,
and Monday
that's
last week
nice.
just trying to get studio set
And
up.
then she keeps tweaking it a little every day.
Mm-hmm. Because I had that
Wow.
board.
Awesome.
I just had somebody in here telling me, yeah, Peter said hours and hours and hours. I had somebody in here telling me that
Yeah.
this is too complicated, but they don't understand how TikTok works. They were like, they like the old rules of Family Feud. I said, how am I supposed to make money? Because I'm trying to monetize, right? So
Right,
all of
right.
those entry thing, like the donut is to play, and I can have 8 people on the board. So 8 times 3 is 240 right there. And then there's 4 rounds that each have 3 strikes on the thing. And each team, even in Mr. Bill, when you're stealing, you can actually throw a tiny, tiny hot dog. So you got up to 3 extra guesses if you don't get it and steal it. It's a limit of 3 per team per round.
And both teams did it yesterday.
Yep. So that's 20 coins. So you figure 6 times, that's 120. There's 4 rounds. That's 480. And then if people want to mute people like Callie, who always get the answers, that's 99. You can double the points if you want to. You can clear all the points, not in the boxes, but you can clear all the points that they've earned on the entire board. So for all the rounds and start it all over at whatever round they're at. Or make it clear it at the end. And it's whatever's in the boxes. And then the reverse feud is if nobody wants to send the board reset, and they want to do lowest score wins, you send a money gun. And whatever the people are earning in the boxes gets added to the score at the end.
Okay.
So it's a box battle with actual
The
movement.
the green square right
Yep.
there.
Yep.
So what is that going to be again?
Tomorrow night at 8:30,
Uh,
and then I'm doing it at 8:30 my time, which is Central. So it's like this time right now. I give it like 15-20 minutes to get the teams in here because it's new. So like Mr. Bill has 3 people right now for his team for tomorrow. And I'll play when there's 3 people on each team. So I have to get at least 6 people in the boxes for me to play. But you can form a team on your own of 4 people on each team.
Right. So everyone pay a donut.
Yep.
Or they can subscribe. And
Yep,
they
and it can, and
for
that's the super fan gets on for free for any of the games, so they can play any night of the week as the individual, not for the team, but as the individual coming up, and that's free entry.
That's nice.
Because I didn't have anything that I could offer them as far as like a service right now, so I was like, you know what? You subscribe, that's $10 a month out of your pocket. It's probably cheaper with the amount that I'm doing. And if I keep expanding it to more days, and then the cost might go up because if it becomes popular, I got to raise the price to get, I can't leave it that low. It could always change. I watched it with my manager. My manager does box battles every single day, and she has TOXIC box battles, and she's raised like during the game if it gets too out of control, because everybody can go up and play. It doesn't matter. All she requires is a heart me. But if about an hour in it's getting too crazy, she requires 100 coins to the host in order for you to get into a box.
Oh, wow.
So she just gave away today. Do you want to know what she gave away today as the prize? 2 prizes.
What she give away?
The person who won the box battle won an Interstellar.
Oh, okay.
That's $100.
Oh, wow.
And she's in the A leagues now. She's in A3, I think. And she has, the A league gallery. So the way she got her gallery filled was she did a giveaway for people filling her gallery and taking the title. You should have seen the people throwing at her. She was getting corgis. She was getting galaxies. People were sending like 2-3 galaxies just to get a diving whale. I was like, you're spending more money than what you're going to get back. But they just want that notoriety. Like, it's crazy. So.
I got a question for it.
Yes. Go ahead.
A friend of mine, she's only done just a couple of battles, and I mean, they was only like a couple thousand coins. Well, today she did one, and some guy she didn't even know came in and dropped 2 universes and a lion, and she wound up with over 350,000 coins.
Yeah, but
so how much would that compute to?
Well, 2 universes is typically $225 a piece, because that's the biggest one you can get. So that's $450. And then lion, I forget how much that is. That's a lot. Do you know how much a lion is, New Creations?
I know I think the lion's like a 3. I don't know how much it is. I just know
it's a couple $100.
Yes.
Right.
And depending on what league.
She's C3, I think, C2 or 3.
So she's earning somewhere between 39 and 42%.
So how much she make off of 350,000?
So the lion,
the 350.
So the lion is 29,999 coins.
So that's 300. She doesn't earn the 350 points that are in the boxes.
Right.
She only earns whatever was thrown in the room. So you have to go based off of a universe is $450. And she got 2. That's $900. Plus she just said the other one is $300. So that's
Mhm.
$1,200 that was thrown at her, and she's going to get somewhere between 39 and 41% of that.
Okay.
Right.
So the lion is the highest.
I thought the universe was more. The TikTok
I'm
universe.
okay. I'm looking for it.
You can change, do you know you can change your gifts by hitting the little arrow in the bottom where it says gifts? If you click that word, it'll it'll change it to the highest to lowest or lowest to highest or the random. Hi Goofy Chick,
Uh,
welcome in. On the bottom of the gift box where it says
yes.
gift, you
Uh
can
huh.
change it.
Oh yeah, the universe is
450.
44,999.
It's
Yeah,
450. Most people get about
and the
225.
lion's 300.
225, and what's 40% of 300? 100
120.
is $40, so it's $120. So she got somewhere around 600
Yeah,
bucks today,
Ain't
620.
that something?
yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
How are you today, Goofy Chick? We're gonna go over the game. I know you played last night, but if you want to come up in a box, you are more than welcome. We are not playing. Um, One of the things I was talking to Mr. Bill about earlier was how I think if you're going to form a team and you're going to be these people that play every week, you should come
Mhm.
up with somewhere between 8 and 10 people to be on your team because not everybody's
Mm.
going to make it to every
Right.
game. And some people
Yep.
may want to play on certain days. So if you get like, there's 4 boxes, 4 team members, say 12 people, you can kind of rotate through those people, you know? And pick like 1 or 2 people to head the team or 3 people and come up with a team name because instead of it saying team, I can change it to whatever your name is. You know, on Family Feud, it's always the last name of the family, or when it's celebrities, they change it to the celebrity name. Hey, Mr. Deadpool Patriot, welcome in. I am going to stop the music and I am going to show you how the game is played. So, um, I am streaming, wirecasting my phone over to that box that's next to me. That box right there. And that is these are our questions from last night, which I did not open, guys, like a dum dum. I'm glad that you had fun last night. I am like I'm not really nervous about this because I don't mind hosting or anything like that, but I get a little discouraged when I don't hear like feedback or people are criticizing me, like someone who came in here a few days ago, and like I'm kind like my
Right.
response to them new creations is you do this and then criticize me because what I'm doing is totally
That's
different than
right.
most people.
That's
This is unlike anything I have seen on TikTok. So,
but when people do that, just know when people do that, it's just they're hating,
yep.
and
Yeah.
they want and they just mad because they not doing what you're doing,
Yep.
and you're doing
Yep.
amazing. Just know that,
I do.
shake
I
it off.
do.
Have you heard that song, Taylor Quit Swift? Shake
Shake
it
it
off,
off. I
shake it off.
actually That is actually one of my favorite songs
Mine
because,
too. Yes.
well, I was into the gym, right? So there
Mhm.
was a video circulating from the like an 80s United States like Olympic or like world something aerobics team where they
Mhm.
paired up the routine from a video from the 80s where the people are like doing like in bodysuits with the the wigwam socks and the headbands and everything, and they paired it up with that song and it was Shake It Off with that song. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh wow, this is really cool.
Mhm.
Yeah. And yes, Goofy Chick, I spent a lot of time. So when I look at my earnings on it, I'm like, yeah, this isn't worth it. I mean, it's worth it for you guys for the experience, but for me, the amount of time that I've put in,
And it's
I've
but just
made
look
less
at
than
it. It
people in
takes
third world countries.
yeah. And just look at it, it takes time. And once it starts growing, like you said,
Yeah.
then you can start changing it up.
Yep.
But for right
Right
now,
now, this is
just
what it
keep it how
is.
it is.
Yep. This is what it
Yes.
is. And it
And you
will,
want to make it, and you want to make your supporters, your followers happy too as
yep.
well.
Yep. So,
So you don't want to be one of those that's like, I see a lot of content creators, um how can I put in words, all they do is think about them.
yeah, they're
Okay.
gimme, 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 gimme,
Exactly. And
gimme,
you don't
gimme,
want to
gimme.
be that, and you're not that,
No.
so you
But
do an
I'm
amazing,
gonna
just keep
eventually
doing what
have
you're
to
doing.
make it fair,
Yeah,
you know,
that's right. Yep.
where like this is the beginning. Any business that you start, you
Hmm.
have to kind of suck it up. Like you can't be too overpriced, and
Yep.
so I've built two businesses from the ground up, and the first
Hmm.
one I was 20 years old when we started. So I I think I have a good idea of how to do stuff. So I do, I definitely do get discouraged when people are vocally, publicly to anywhere from 1.5 to 1.8 billion people that could possibly be passing through my room,
Hmm.
trying to criticize me. So that, because that's like public shaming, and I'm not that person, you know?
Yeah.
So when it's being done to me, it kind of bothers me. But the way that we played last night, I have up here on the board, I have the top, it's six answers on the board, right?
Hmm.
So we would do a face off. So Mr. Bill, he actually, Callie was the head of the team last night, right? We had Callie up there?
No,
No, it was Mr. Bill. So
she,
Mr. Bill was up
yeah,
against, I think it
me and
was
Goofy.
Goofy Chick. And
Yep.
I do the face off just like Family. We play it just like Family Feud.
Hmm.
So there'll be everybody mutes. No problem. No problem. They're all going to this battle. Somebody they know. I'm not a part of
Okay.
that circle, so I have no idea whose battle this is. But they're coming into my circle, so eventually I'm sure I'll figure out who that person is and probably be supporting them somehow. Um, so
Not Goofy.
Mr. Bill and Goofy Chick, everybody's in the boxes. I have everyone mute, so there's no one can, throw answers. I've got it up there scrolling that you can't
Hmm.
answer in the chat. If you will,
Oh, good.
Peter's my moderator. He will mute them. He turned my comments off the first game. It was hilarious. Everything got messed
Hmm.
up. I couldn't do noises because I was doing it from my phone, so I couldn't do noises, and like because they were overlapping. It was only I was like, oh, whatever, I don't care. We're just gonna improvise, and I was like, woohoo, it's on the border. I was making my own noises. So Mr. Bill and Goofy Chick got asked this question. We asked
Hmm.
100 married women, name something you might do, and then say to yourself, my husband is going to kill me. And then whoever unmuted first, they they give their answer, and I, have that little banter, and then whatever. And the answer that was given first was wrecked a car. So from my phone, I can uncover that wreck the car is on the board, and then I can change that there's 21 points now in that round. And it was the number two answer, so I had to pass it over to the other person
Hmm.
and see if they could get the number one answer to see who's going to play the round, because that's how Family Feud is. So, um, they wound up answering. What was it? It wasn't the number one answer, was it? I don't even remember. But
I don't
say it
remember.
say it was. It might have been. It might have actually been. So say it was, and they said spend money or shop. So I would uncover that. Then I'd update the score so people are in real time, just like Family Feud. This is how I put it together. I don't know any other way. This is what my brain came up with. And we've got 81 points on the board. And then I asked, I think it was Mr. Bill, you guys were the ones that were going to play. I said pass or play, and they played.
Yeah.
So then I went to Callie, who was in the box next to him, and then I went to TK, and who was in? It was just the three people on the team playing. So TK
Right.
answered, and then we just kept going through, and every time somebody would answer, I uncover, whatever it is, and then I was adding it to the score.
Mm-hmm.
And then whoever won, which I messed up, team 2 had won. Say they only got those answers. Oh, well, you guys didn't get it. And then we would go to, let's see what the other answers on the board was. Name something you might do and then say to yourself, my husband's going to kill me. And let's see what the number 4 answer is. Cheat nightly. 4 people answered that. Um, the number 5 was cut my hair. And the number 6 is stay out late. That one I questioned. Like, that one I didn't. Who, like, how much control do you have in your life? So, I put the points of whatever it is up in the next box, and then I have another board, and I carry it over. And then I go to the next question. And that one has 8 answers on the board. So I would go to my round 2 questions. And what I also did was after we do that face off between the team leaders is I ask like what I've been asking what brought you to TikTok and what do you do on here? Like, do you go live? Are you just a viewer? Do you do box battles? Are you hanging out in box battles? Like, what is your what do you do when you come on here? So everybody answered. What most of them said they were bored. That's
Mm-hmm.
why they came on TikTok and they were doom scrolling. And then they started going live or getting involved in battles or the box battles. And some of them are live hosts. So it's a way to get people's, what their purpose is out. Or you could, like, I can change the questions, especially if, like, I have the same teams playing in the beginning. I can change the questions to, like, about what their life is, if they want to share things with their, but I don't want to be too personal, you know? So I'm trying to
Right.
network that way. And as you're going along, you get to see people's personalities, the way their brain works, the way they're answering the questions, just like on Family Feud. So um, the second round was even though you're an adult, what might grandma do if you swear in her house? So Callie and who was it? Skittles, I think, had faced
Yeah,
off.
still good.
And Skittles answered first, and I forget what was her answer. Do you remember, Mr. Bill? I could see the
I remember one
replay.
of them
Oh, it
just
was hit me
opened
with the
mouth.
spoon. No, that was TK.
Oh yeah,
Hit me with the
that's
spoon
right.
was her answer. So I reveal that, and then I put the score up there. I'm like, that's the number 2 answer. And um, they didn't get that one. The other one was a swear jar, I think was. No, it was wash my mouth out with soap.
Yeah,
That's what it was. 1, 2, 3. So that was this answer, right? Yeah, wash my mouth out. So I was like, oh, that's not, the other answer's higher, blah, blah, blah. Like, I do better when I'm actually doing this. I'm not like this.
right.
But, so then I changed the score. It's a little annoying on my phone. I wish I could pull a box up and have it up casting from my computer, but it runs a lot slower when I do it that way.
Mm.
So I just figured out how to get a timer on my board, which is hidden right now. But I'm going to start using the timer when I need to because the last round, at least, I don't want it to go forever. So I want to make sure. So I have a timer up there. And it's more for me than like anything, just so I don't have to. But I can hide things on here and bring them back. So then we just keep going through the team. And like you get 3 strikes and then it could be passed to the other team. So Mr. Bill was sending tiny tiny hot dogs last night. I might have to change that gift, by the way, guys, because I don't know if it's still in the gallery.
Yeah,
Because
it
the
keeps
hot
going
dog,
in and out.
because the hot dog campaign ended, and they usually take it away because it's a special gift. So I'm gonna probably have to change it to something like perfume or something because that's 20 coins. It's the same amount. I have to look in the gift gallery later. Because I can't gift as a host new creations.
Yes.
In this platform, I
Mm-hmm.
can't. But,
Nope, it's gone.
yeah, so I'm going to have to change that. That's easy though.
Yep.
That's really simple. Um, That's why I tried to keep all of the gifts something that's regular, that doesn't
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't go
Right.
away. You know, hand hearts are always in a gallery. Kissy hearts are always in a gallery. The money gun's
The
always in a
hat.
gallery. The hat and stash. The donut does never disappears ever.
Oh,
See,
New Creations. She does a great job as a host.
Yes, I'm already seeing.
She
Yes.
does.
Oh.
I mean, she does it like a professional. She does it like Steve Harvey. I mean,
Oh, my
I'm
friend
not
Passion
Steve
is
Harvey
here.
by any means, but I try to
no.
be. Like last
My,
night,
Yep.
somebody answered. What was the last board? So somebody answered on this
friend
one.
Passion.
High
My friend
passion.
Passion
I
is
see that.
here.
High passion. I think we are actually friends. I think I met
Okay.
her in
And
E. Dean's
on my
room
on
or.
my yeah, on my
Yeah.
live.
Oh wait, no. This is
And
a
Goofy
different passion.
agrees.
I'm giving
That
you a follow. Um,
Yes.
but
And Pastor, you're more than welcome to request yourself up.
yeah, to ask
I wanted you
questions.
to make sure you follow her because she's going to be having a game, hosting a game, and I would love for me and you be a team, and we could get some people to be on our team when we do. So she's showing what it looks like.
She's having issues with the volume. I might have
Oh,
to
okay,
turn
okay,
down. Hang on. I might have to turn down the audio mixer for you guys.
okay. Yeah, this is going to be fun.
And I'm trying to do it like live action. So last night, one of the ladies, when I asked the question of like, name something you would do, and then you would think like my husband's gonna kill me, and she said, lose my wedding ring. And I was like, lose your wedding ring? Wow. Wow. I'm like, I thought I lost my wedding ring once, and then I lost a husband. Like, and it's true. It's totally true. I was married and I thought I lost my wedding ring once, but a couple years later we were divorced, so I lost the husband. Like, I tried to.
Oh.
Yes, I was trying to figure out how to put the strikes. I don't know if I can copy and paste it. I was working on that earlier. I'm still figuring that one out, Peter. I want to be able to put
she
it what
will.
you're talking about. I'm already on it.
Right.
I'm already on top of it. I'm right on top of that, Rose. If anybody ever watched Adventures in Babysitting, I'm right on top of that, Rose. Hey, Bobby, welcome in. Your phone's acting up. I'm so sorry, Passion. She's having issues. Maybe if you come into the box, it will be better, because I know some people when they come in the box they don't have as many issues, because I am streaming from my computer, so there might be like a disconnect. Because this.
Oh, Goofy. I've been impeached as head of our team.
So you see, whoa, there is an X, but I can't get it to go smaller. That's cropping it. I was trying to figure out how to do it. So I guess I could add it, but that was my idea, was to put it at the bottom like that
Yeah,
to show how many
that'll be good.
strikes. So I was working on it. I'm right on top of it. Thank you for the heart me passion. Thank you so much. And then I could just, I wonder, can I copy it? Oh, I can. Wait, I can. So then I can just, well, let me paste. Ah, how do I paste? You're just going to see all the things happening. Because I'm in Canva,
Here.
using Canva. But there's got to be a better way to do
Oh,
this. I just got to
that's going to
figure
be
it out.
different.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Paste. I got it. And then I just scooch that down like that. That works. But I got to make that box
Yep.
bigger. That's alright. Or I could just put it up here. I don't want to crop it. There we go. There we go. X, X. I got it. We figured it out together, Peter. So, yeah, and then round 3 would be in Family Feud. It's normally double the points. So round 3, whatever's in, like, the answers. So round 3, I have the questions. That one was, name an event where you wouldn't want to be the center of attention.
Hmm.
What do you think, New Creations?
Woo.
Name, there's only five answers on the board. There's only five answers on the board.
Oh
Hang on,
my.
New Creations. I had a thing up over it. I'll get you. I will get you up here. And it takes a second because my computer is not set up really for this. So to
Uh-huh.
open this box, it takes forever. Unless Peter can do it from the bottom. Can you bring guests up, Peter? Does it allow you to do that? Can you unrequest it and request it again? Because I'll accept it. There we I got it. I got it. It took a second. Like I said, the box takes forever to
There you
open.
go.
Yep.
Goofy chick, you can come up too.
And Callie's requesting. I got Callie.
This is gonna
Yeah.
be fun.
Back.
She's
Captain,
back.
we're gonna have to get our team
We just
together.
smoked that
Telepathy
battle.
rules, he said. That's awesome. I'm glad that
Good,
they won.
good
She
afternoon.
had like
I'm not, or good
40,000
evening.
Hang on,
points.
Callie. Because we're going over the game. We could talk about the.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about the battle later. Go ahead, Passion. Welcome in. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. I'm not sure what's going on.
I started streaming from TikTok Live Studio from my computer. So actually on my PC, and I had started doing Toxic Feud, but I didn't like it was my spin on Family Feud to try to monetize on here because I've been trying to do that for 2 months, and I am, but I want to grow myself. So people were telling me to do games. I started out with Name That Tune, but unfortunately, no one knows the names of songs. So that wasn't going over very well. And then I started doing Family Feud because someone suggested it. And that was going over well. People wanted to play, but I didn't like the way that it was working, like the setup and stuff, because it was too complicated to like show the answers and I had to write stuff down. So about a week ago, and I've only been doing this we played our third game last night. About a week ago, I had TikTok Live Studio. I downloaded it on my computer back on July 24th and finally figured it out over the past week. And I have been setting this game up all week to try to get it to be like a box battle where people can earn and share and get their people in to support them with coins and things like that, but while they're actually doing something. So it's not like the box battles where people are just silent and muted and they're just sitting there like, give me money. You're actually playing so you can get your people to come in and
Mm-hmm.
support your team. And it doesn't even have to be in a large capacity because you're earning points at the same time. So whoever's team is winning will have those points, and whatever's in your box gets added to it at the end. So every single person on the team, their points get added to the score. So you could take the game just by the boxes, not even being good at playing the game. That's where the
That's a
toxicity
great
comes in.
idea. Yes, that's a great idea. This is gonna be fun.
So I was just showing them how I go through like I was getting to round 3, which would be a double point game. And the question for round 3 was name an event where you wouldn't want to be the center of attention. So right now we don't have anybody on the bottom boxes, but the top team would be
Hmm.
Mr. Bill, you, New Creations, and Callie. And then we would have 4 other players playing on the bottom, and the people that are in the very first box over to I guess it would be your left, to my left, your left, Mr. Bill, and whoever's below him would be the head of the teams, just like on Family Feud. So they would be the ultimate decision makers if there was like a steal or whether to pass or play the round, but they would face off. And then I have everybody mute during that time, and whoever unmutes first gets to answer. And if they get the top answer on the board, they can decide pass or play. If they don't get the top answer, it gets passed over to the other person to give their answer, just like Family Feud. Have you ever? I'm sure you've watched Family Feud.
Okay.
Most people have.
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure because there were a couple of people who are like, I've never seen it. I'm like, really? It's been around for like 50 years. Um, how could you not? Especially with Steve Harvey, he's awesome. It was horrible with Drew Carey, but Steve Harvey, he's amazing. And then what I do is after that face off, I do what they do on the show. So I have everybody introduce themselves and what brought them to TikTok and what they do on here. Like Mr. Bill isn't a live host, but he hangs out in people's boxes and he surfs around and he strolls the TT streets, as we all say. And then I would ask you like what brought you to TikTok and what do you do on here, and so we get to kind of network a little bit and you can talk about yourself for a few seconds, like a minute, and just keep going through everybody on both sides so people can get to know you. And then as you're playing, people get to know everybody on the board. So it's also networking. It's not just sitting in a box silent looking for people to gift you, or the host just sitting here being like, if you throw this, you get this. Like there's actual interaction between everybody and we're networking and, connecting in this fashion. I was trying to put everything together.
Right.
But
Okay.
this is literally last night was my third game. So I don't really know what I'm doing yet. I tried. Does it seem like something you'd be
Well, it
interested in
sounds
playing?
fun.
Okay. Tomorrow night,
Yeah,
if you just
it
want to
sounds
come
fun.
in and watch just for a little bit,
Hmm.
it's going to be Tuesdays. I have a video. I shared it into New Creations group. She has like a group chat. I did share it in there. I'm not sure if you're in that one, but I have a video on my bio page advertising it, and I've got every single event scheduled through the end of October. The only date I couldn't schedule earlier was the 28th. So it's every Tuesday, every Saturday, every Sunday. I'm in Central Time, so it's 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern, and it's going to be 3 nights a week. And I'm just going to keep running it. And as things go,
Okay.
some stuff may change because I might find a better way to do it. Like I just figured out a way to do a timer because we were having problems with that. So I've got a timer up there, and it's more for me than
And the
anything.
strikes.
Yeah, and the strikes, I wasn't sure how to
Hmm.
do that. So now I know how to do that because I just go here and I go paste. So now we know how many strikes are on the board. So I'm working things out as we go. All right, Goofy Face.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Goofy Chick. I called you Goofy Face. Whoops, I'm so sorry. I just met her
No
yesterday.
comment.
Listen, listen. She might have a goofy face. I
She's
didn't
a
get to
great
see
friend.
it last night.
She's a great friend, though.
She probably was making goofy faces when people were giving the answers last night.
Oh, I'm sure she's making goofy faces at me.
Oh God, Dakota's here. Lizard. He's starting with the lizard again. Hi, Dakota. You know your heart is gray because you've been hiding. Where have you been? Remember the lizard videos? A couple, like a few. Thank you for the heart, me. Thank you. He sent his heart to me. Look at that. Yay. Thank you
Gray
guys for
heart.
the heart, me. He's not gray anymore. He just sent his heart me. Dakota, remember the videos of the lizards like a month ago? The lizard that was talking. He was coming in and just doing hashtag lizard and talking about lizards during my lives one day just to make me laugh. Just to make me laugh. So do you guys have any questions about, like, it's a donut to enter unless you're a super fan. So Mr. Bill is a super fan. When he comes in the room, he gets this as his entrance.
Oh wow.
Wait, it's not done because he's a super fan.
Good job, Uncle Bill.
That's cute.
That
That's
is
cute.
when, and I have a few super fans. So whenever they come flying in, that is what they get greeted with when they come across the
Right.
screen.
I
Um,
like that.
but as a super fan, you get free entry into any of the games that we're playing right now because you're basically subscribing to coming in here. So
Hmm.
you're paying $9.99 a month, and that's the value that I'm offering back to you. I can't gift as a host like this, so my plan is when I am able to start giving, because I want to gift prizes to the people in here. So when I start monetizing more, I'm gonna give somewhere between 10 and 20% of whatever I earn split between the team members. So I watched my manager from Jaw Media. She's also my cousin, but she's my manager. I watched her today give away an Interstellar for her box battle, and she also gave away a diving whale for any of the title gifters in her gift gallery. So that was pretty cool. Like, I want to be at that point where I'm making enough money off my lives that I can give back prizes like that. And you're looking at, you know, that's $100 gift. So that's $25 to each person. So you think about what the entry is and what I could be giving back. That's amazing. Like, it's crazy. But the other thing is people playing from the chat, they can, if they want your team to win and you guys don't want to throw these things on the board, you could get people to come in and support you that way and be like, oh yeah, well, I want Mr. Bill's team to win, so I'm going to reverse the board, and they can throw a money gun. Or, I want to shut Callie up because she gets everything right all the time, so I'm going to mute her. And I don't, and they can play from the chat as well. They're not just playing, from up here. I was even thinking about somebody stealing a box, like dropping a player. Like if you have, say, you get a team together of 8 to 12 people, and there's 4 of you playing, somebody from the bottom could request up by throwing a gift. I was thinking about changing it from clearing the board to making that to knock a player out.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
I have
This
everything to worry about.
Callie's scared.
Wow.
people, I don't know what it is. They like the toxicity in the games.
I don't
That's
know
Yeah,
if
gonna
I'm
be
so
something
incredibly
right
good at this
there.
game either.
it makes it fun.
What do you
Puts a
think,
new spin
Passion?
on
You're
it.
new to this. You're new to this. So what are you thinking about my ideas? I like I like constructive criticism.
I think it's a good idea.
Okay. I would love for you to come back and watch one of the nights just so you could see what's going on. New Creations is already, she's trying to put teams together. She's putting a team together. She's like, who can I
And,
get to
and if you
play?
come back tomorrow night and one of the teams is short a person, you can
You
go
can
ahead and
just
join in
you could
anyway.
just join
Oh,
in with
nice.
whatever team is up here. Like you don't have to have a team. You could just team up
Right.
with random people that are in here. Like
Right.
Mr. Bill has been recruiting his people to come in here, the people that he networks
Okay.
with outside of like my group of people.
Right.
Um,
And
but
I wanted some friends to be on my team, and they wound up being on the team against me.
yeah,
So
they
Mr.
went.
Bill made me be the leader tomorrow.
Yep, and Callie's going to be leading the team tomorrow. She's going to be the one to make the decisions for, when the
Oh
face off and
no.
all that stuff. So,
But Mr. Bill knows what's best for me. I'm not good at making decisions.
hi Hazel, welcome in.
You'll
Well,
be good.
this is part of your training, Callie. Thank you for the heart me, Hazel.
That's right.
Thank you. But does anybody have any questions or suggestions, any constructive criticism? Except, is Dakota still in here? I might mute him. Just kidding. No, he left. Dakota sometimes says some things, and I have to be like, Dakota, really? Really? But the floor is open for questions.
So your
Well, I
next
guess you
game is
answered it.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow will be my 4th game.
So the next game.
Yeah,
Okay.
tomorrow night, and you can register if you click on my bio. I have a live event for it, so you can click on there, and this one's in progress, but if you go to my profile page, I have live events set up. I also do a poetry night on Friday night for people because I write. So I do that on Friday nights for people to come in and give them a platform to read their poetry. There's no entry or anything for that. That's just we're all hanging out, and that's just like kind of a hangout night to read and experience people's writing, give them the platform. I open up with what
Okay.
New Creations. She saw my video of my Declaration of Independence, and
Yes.
I open.
Beautiful.
Thank you. I open every week with that, and I read that poem too. the drawn and erased. So
Yeah.
that's a big
Okay.
part. I do mental health outside of this a lot of the time. I talk about the things that I've gone through and try to give
Mhm.
people like that even though I was homeless like for from April 13th until June 24th pretty much. I'm still technically homeless, but I have a roof over my head and someone who is trying to help me get back on my feet. I've lost everything this year.
Yeah.
I've gone through a lot, so I just want people to see that you don't have to like wallow in sorrow and you can rebuild your life and it doesn't have to be all doom and gloom. And so I talk about things that are
Mhm.
going on in my life and stuff, or experiences that I've had, positive and
Okay.
negative.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just amazing, especially when you're meeting people on social media, and you know, we'll never know what anyone is going through, you
Exactly.
know, and
Exactly.
you who you are when you come on here, and you're a very sweet, beautiful young lady, and you don't bring no baggage on social media, you know and
No, but
same goes for me.
I've had
Huh?
panic. I had a panic attack in my life because I literally was having flashbacks because of what was going on, and I had
Yes.
to end my life. Like I'm still human, but I try
Hmm.
to not
Yeah.
dwell in the negative of it. Like
Hmm.
it happens. Let's move forward. How do we not have that happen again? Like,
Right.
you know. But
Well, Passion goes live, and she talks a lot about mental health.
I'm gonna have to
So,
check your live out.
you guys check out her live.
When do you go
Um,
live, Passion?
I don't have a set schedule.
Okay.
Um, I normally just hop on whenever, but I need to get a schedule probably.
hmm
I
But I
will
normally just
say
when I feel like it.
consistency. I will definitely say that.
Right.
I've been on here since July 14th, and when I first came on, I didn't have a job. So I was literally just on here all day. I'm like, I'm bored, I'll go live. I'm bored, I'll go live. I'm bored. And like sometimes I would just be like, let's see who I could co host with because I'm in an agency. So I'd be like, okay, they're on. I'll go hang out with them or bring people in the boxes. And I didn't have like a direction. But right after I got a job, I started going live in the mornings and the evenings to try to keep my fragments because if you separate, I was trying to do 4 hours live a day. So if you separate, it helps you because you go on in the morning and you push up and then you don't drop down as far. And then you go on at
hmm
night and it's right before the time that it resets. So I'm able to do that with my schedule. And I do it every single day. And I've gained like more consistency with people being able to view me and come into my room and spend time with me.
Right. That makes sense. I
Yeah.
normally, I guess, I don't know about I normally go on like I don't know about 8 at night, and it's normally the weekends.
Mhm.
But again, I do need to get a set schedule.
Yeah,
But
I
it's normally Fridays and Saturday. Like Thursday, Friday, Saturday at
okay.
8.
So you
I
kind
guess
of you
you can say
kind of
around
have
that
a
time,
schedule.
Angie. Yeah, kinda, sorta. But I need to get better at it.
That's all right. Some people like this I am literally treating like a second full-time job. So for me, it's I'm putting a lot of time and a lot of effort into it. Some people, it's like if I make money, I make money. If I don't, I don't. I'm not really pushing for it. Callie, I will I will see you soon. Go to your meeting. I'm glad you're going to the meeting. Um, some people, I did I know you know educated and empowered new creations. Edine's sister.
Oh yes, I know
Okay.
who. Yes.
Okay. I was in her live this afternoon and
Hmm.
I'm a subscriber there because I just love what she's doing. And like the knowledge and the different things she has to offer just in life in
Hmm.
general. But she was just talking about how she came onto TikTok and she didn't want it to be a full time job and she had dedicated like 15 to 20 hours a week. and now she's spending like that 15, 20 hours was supposed to be her live time and the time that she visited people. And now it's like 40 hours a week, and she's getting up in the middle of the night and she's like, go get a drink. And she's like, let's see who's on TikTok. And she's realizing that it's just become out of control. So she's scaling
Hmm.
it back to what she was doing before because it's just becoming too much of a burden and it's not fun for her right now. It's not what she
Oh,
came
okay.
on here to do. So she's trying to go back to what she was doing before. And I was like, yeah, there's a lot of people who do that. Okay, Mr. Bell, thanks. Are you staying in the box? Or you need me to
Yeah.
drop you?
Sometimes, sometimes I'll stay up all night.
I catch sometimes I'm in my own live and people just keep talking to me. I'm like, I gotta go. And they're like, but wait. And I'm like, I have to go. Then I realize I can just hit
Yeah.
end. But then I'm like, then I'm being rude. But I've told them like 12 times I gotta go. So I
Yeah.
don't
Some
know.
people beg you not to go. Please
Yeah,
don't go. I don't want you to go. Please don't go, and things like that. I'm like, I gotta go.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I don't know. I've, I am in my heart, I'm a people pleaser. And it's not because I need it to make myself feel better. I just like helping people and I want them to be happy.
Hey, Wrigley.
How are you? Welcome in. Um, but it's hard to say no when you're like having a conversation or do you guys know Wriggler?
Yeah, I know Wriggler.
Okay.
He was in my lab before.
I just don't want to invite somebody in a
If
box that
it's
I
the
don't
same
know.
guy.
We'll see.
Yeah, if that's the same guy.
Hi,
Yeah, it's
Wriggler.
me,
Okay.
Pastor. We've
Oh, hey.
Okay.
how are you?
I I just didn't want to bring somebody up. I've had problems before, so I don't like inviting people up
It's
that I don't know. I told this
TikTok is
new creations last night.
it's always going to be a mess, but I'll behave. I'm a good
That's
boy.
fine. That's fine. Um, so did you catch what I'm doing in here, regular?
I literally just joined. Let's see,
Okay.
play games, extra guesses, limit three,
This is
silent strike. Okay.
this is one of my like I was doing name that tune and I was doing match game. Match game is difficult. It could be easy, but it's difficult.
Have you
Um,
ever get that app Impulse? It's a good app.
what is it for?
All sorts of like mind logic games, um,
Oh,
different puzzles, different IQ kind of stuff. Like
I'll
it's
have to
fun.
download that because I like playing Tetris and word games and um, I like logic stuff. Like I love that stuff. So I'll have to download that.
Yeah, check it out, but you have to pay for it. It is kind of worth it, but
Okay.
you got to pay
Not
for
in
it.
a
So,
position right now to do that, but if I make money on TikTok, I will be.
all right,
If I can
here's
make
the
some
fucking
extra money.
rose.
Oh, thank you. I wasn't asking for gifts. That's
Well,
the
they give
point of
them
the
to me. I
game.
give them back.
Oh, I
I give them back.
appreciate you. That's something else I don't do in my lives, and a lot of people appreciate it. I don't push for my goals. I don't even have a goal set right now. I forgot to set a goal. Because when I go live on here, it's not in my face. It doesn't tell me set a live goal. Um, so I forgot to set a live goal. I can't gift you guys because it's not set up like that. I'm not allowed to give you money right now. So when I start giving away prizes for this game, I'm going to end this live in studio and then go live from my phone unless something changes between now and then, and I don't see that happening right away. So I'll just go live again or go into your live to send you the GIF if you're a live host. Like Mr. Bill doesn't go live, so I would just end my live, turn my thing back on, and send the gift and do
It's
it that
probably
way.
really hard to make any real money on this. I wouldn't focus on that too much.
Um, my cousin quit her job in March,
To do this,
full time.
wow.
You just got to know what you're doing. That's all. You have to offer something of value, and entertainment is a big one. People come on here to have fun. So she thinks my idea is really good. She's my manager for my agency. Um, but I just have to give it time. That's all. I just started. I started doing Family Feud about a week ago.
What's this prop on the left? Team 1, Team 2, Team round 3?
That is the Family Feud board. So when everybody came in, this round 3 would be double the points, just like the Family Feud game. And then I would ask the question. I have a video of one of the things from last night on my content page. So, New Creations, you were on the spot for this one. Name an event where you wouldn't want to be the center of attention. There are 5 answers, the top 5 answers on the board, and they surveyed 100 people. Name an event where you wouldn't want to be the center of attention.
Ooh, I would say.
I got one.
Go ahead, Passion.
We'll let
I
Passion
would say
go.
church.
You know,
Church?
I was just about to say that.
What does the survey say? 100 people were asked. What do you think? Do you think it's on the survey? Church is not on the board. Church is not on the board.
That should be on the board.
Yeah.
It should be, but it is not.
I remember when I was in church. I said church because I went to church once and they called me up to speak. Didn't ask my permission. I had to go up there and speak.
She's like, I didn't want to be on the board. So New Creations, I'm gonna move over to you. It's your turn.
So since you said church,
100 people were surveyed.
wow.
Name an event where you wouldn't want to be the center of attention.
I would say,
I got another one.
a wedding.
A wedding. She says a wedding. What does the survey say? Wedding is up there.
Is that number 1?
That was it's number 4 with 11 people.
Can I have guess? Well, regular, you guess.
So Wriggler, it's going to be on you. So the board is my way of being able to show what the answers are and show the points. And the team, so this would be round 3. So whoever got the points in round 1 and round 2, like say team 1 got round 1, team 2 got round 2, I would put the points in the boxes up there to show how the game is going. But the real toxicity of this game is that it's technically a box battle. So you can share this out to your friends. They can come in and sit here and watch you play and put coins in your box, because whatever's in your box at the end gets added to your team total.
Gotcha. Well, I answered in the chat, and I stand by my
So
decision.
you said 9/11. 9/11.
And any kind of gangbang.
That is not on the board. That is not on the board.
I don't want to be the center of attention of that.
Can I guess another one?
Well, no, you said a gangbang?
Well, to be the center of attention of it, yeah, like, you know.
Oh, no, that's not technically, no, that doesn't fit that. That's a
I know
different
people aren't going
category.
to say that, but they were thinking about it.
I
when you
bet
asked the
you it
question.
was,
Can
I
I
bet
guess
you to get,
again?
yeah, it's your turn, Passion. So we would go in
Oh,
order,
it is
just
my
like
turn.
Family Feud. So there's now there's going to be a second X up on the board, because I just learned how to do the X's. I was trying to figure it out earlier. So now we got 2 strikes on the board. So each team in Family Feud gets up to 3 strikes when they're playing around. But the cool thing is you have 3 chances to get rid of those strikes. So you can, up at the top, I had the Tiny Diny. I'm going to change it to the perfume. You could send a perfume up to 3 times to get rid of those X's. So while we're playing, people in the chat could be like, guess what? I like them as a team. I want them to get rid of that X, and they can send a gift up.
Oh, that's nice.
That's what the toxicity stuff is coming in. Like, yeah, okay, you got 2 strikes, but I like you, so I'm going to take away that X. Or I want to win, so I'm going to take away that X. But what's your answer, Passion? Name an event where you wouldn't want to be the center of attention.
I was thinking graduation.
A graduation. That's not on the board.
I think I know one.
Uh-oh. I'm
think
not
I
going to
know
worry
one.
about the strikes. We can just keep going through it. But go ahead,
I
New
think I know
Creations.
11's not up there.
9/11's not up
9/11.
there.
How about-
Nope.
How
I had
about
graduation
a function, like a family
ceremony.
function, like a party family function?
Like a party? That's not up
Yeah.
there either. That is not up
Oh,
there.
All right, how
Up.
about a
yeah.
trial? How about
Wriggler
a World
says
War?
a trial. He says a trial.
You don't want to be center of attention.
oh,
No,
okay.
I got
That's the
applause.
number two. That's the number two answer. So then I
So,
would,
there we go.
so
Let's
what I
go.
would do is I would update the score because now it's the 15 plus 11, so we're at 26. But it's technically triple because this is round three, or double, so it's round three, so it's really 52. So I would be updating this in
I
real
got two
time.
yeses.
Yep. I'm not doing this. I just want you guys to see if you could get all the answers. Normally, after new creations got that third X and nobody sent up a gift to get rid of the strikes, then I would pass it over to the other team. They would be able to talk amongst themselves, just like on the show. The leader of the team in that first box underneath Wriggler would have said, okay, we're going to go with this answer, and then we see if it's up on the board. If it is, they steal. If not, the points go back to you. Just like
So
Family
you're saying
Feud.
we had enough to form teams?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And I've been
gotcha.
playing with people not really being on teams. Like, there's just been random people that follow me and have been coming in my room, and they've been playing with each other. So they're like networking and getting to know each other and working together as a team. So it's really cool. Like, you don't have to have a team, but people are trying to put teams together so that when they come in, they have 4 people to play with on each team.
So what was number one? Like, or are we done
Do you
with
want to
that?
keep?
Like,
You could keep guessing. I don't have a problem. Show it. I don't have a problem if you
the
want to
center
I
of
keep.
got two
attention. So
yeses.
trial was number two,
Trial was number 2. So you've got
and a World
3.
War is not up there,
No.
and not the gangbang
Nope.
or 9/11.
Nope. You're thinking in totally like
I
chaotic.
think a lot of people would agree. You know, you don't want to be the center of attention. Okay. Anyway,
But here's the
let
thing.
me
You
go.
have to
Yeah.
think this was 100 people that they surveyed. These are real questions that were on the Steve Harvey version, like like one of the seasons of Steve Harvey's Family Feud. So these are 100 people that they questioned on the street. This isn't like they didn't do it with like scientific research, or it was just
Okay.
like
How about a
people off the
car
street.
crash?
A car crash. The center. Nope, that one's not up there either. Not up there either.
All right.
What
Thanks
about
for
you,
that
Passion?
little add-on with the.
What do you
If I
think,
didn't already know I
Passion?
was wrong, I know I'm wrong now.
That's what I do in the game.
I guess I would say the president.
President. It's
I
not
don't
up
think
there
that's up
either.
there.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
All right, that's my third strike.
I might just show you. So we'll start with the bottom answer like they do on the show. So that one
Give us a hint.
is an execution.
Oh wait, okay.
I
Center of
didn't get none
attention
of
at
Yeah,
an
them.
okay.
execution. Um, the
Who's
next
gonna think
answer
that?
was some people said a bullfight. Enough people said bullfight that they put it in the answer, or a sport. So that doesn't make sense to me because you're playing a sport. Like, I don't know,
An execution?
an execution. But the number one answer is you don't want to be the center of attention. If my phone will cooperate, at a funeral. At a funeral.
Wait, no. At my funeral, I want to be the center of attention. Y'all not
But
paying
That's the
attention to me.
dead
I'm
person.
pretty
I
pissed off
guess
At the
they
about it.
funeral,
didn't.
you the dead
I
person.
guess they didn't think about it that way. They were thinking, I don't want to die, so I wouldn't want to be the center of attention at a funeral.
These are bad responses.
These
People
are.
aren't
This is.
thinking this
I
through.
mean, at a funeral, you the one in the casket.
Have you watched Family Feud?
I have. I've seen people say the dumbest
The
shit.
dumbest thing, and then the answers on the board are
The
stupid too.
dumbest answers are on there. That's
Yeah.
why I answer with anything, because it'd be the
I saw.
craziest shit.
I saw one guy. He goes, name an animal with 3 letters. He said frog. I think he said frog.
Oh, hell.
The first,
But then he tried like 8 other times.
I
And it's
just,
like I'm like screaming like I'm like cat, dog, bat. Like let's just
Right.
fucking get in the game right now, bro. Please.
I right off the bat, when you said an animal with 3 letters, the first thing that came to my head was pig, cow. I'm like,
Yeah, he goes on and on.
it's
Yeah.
yeah. But I don't think like the typical average person out there. So you have to think like
Well, no,
people
but
that they're questioning
you
on the
can figure it
street.
out. I mean, it's not
Yeah,
that hard.
yeah. You know who's really good at this? The girl Callie that was in here before. She comes up with the answers that are on the board. That's why Mr. Bill wants her
Hmm.
on his
Yeah,
team.
Fly does.
She
Angie,
did
you
really
missed
good
the
last
game.
night.
She
Fly was
did.
really good.
Oh
Flybird.
yes, yes. You have
He
to
was
meet Fly.
Okay.
Flybird is really good.
Hmm.
Let's get the second one up. Let's go.
You want to go? All
So
right.
are we getting? Are we getting our team together? Passion and Wiggle. Are we gonna all be a team?
Wiggle.
Yeah,
You
Wiggle.
call me Ryan. It must be you. You just call me Ryan.
And then we could get Fly, so we could get at least come up with 10 people to be on our team. So whoever is available.
And you could also have those other people down in the bottom, like throwing for you. Like, give us the extra strike so we don't have, like, if you don't have coin or you can't spend that day, you got somebody who can support you from the bottom. Because last
Right?
night,
Yeah,
Mr. Bill, he was very lucky. He threw a money gun because his team was losing, but
I saw that.
he misfired. He misfired at TK in the
Wow.
box, but
And
it
gave it
it
to
didn't
somebody else.
matter because the 500 points went to him, which pushed their score up, so they won anyway. That's what I'm
Oh, okay,
saying. The
okay.
points in the box. So I don't add the points in the box until the game, like we're at the end of this fourth round. So at the end of the fourth round, this round will be triple points, and there's only 4 answers on the board, so whatever it is gets tripled, and whoever wins it gets added to whatever they've got on the board. But if you have more coin in your box, it gets added. So they had 500 coins added. So I didn't get the $5. Like he wanted me to get that too, but because he supports me all the time. But he won for his team regardless. I was like, it worked out in your favor because the other team didn't really have anything in their boxes. They won like 8 something to, I don't even remember what it was. I'd have to look at the video. It was like 800 and something to like 4 something. They had almost double the amount of points because of that money gun.
All
It
right,
was
let's
funny.
hear it. Let's go. Because we don't have
Okay.
enough people to do teams, so
Wait,
we'll
that's the wrong one.
go up front.
Hang on, hang on, hang on. I didn't have this
Not
one
enough people
open. I
to
wasn't going this
reinvent
far
democracy.
with this. Hold on. Where's my 9? It's this one. I didn't have this one open because I wasn't going to actually play the game tonight. So we'll start with Wriggler. Name something a handsome guy might have that's ugly.
Something that he has that's ugly?
Yeah, 100 people were surveyed. Name something a handsome guy might have that's ugly.
A watch.
That is not on the board. I'm sorry.
All
We've
right,
got the top
well.
4 answers on the board. So, Passion. You've seen a
A
lot of
wife.
guys. A wife. She didn't even
Oh, that's a good
hesitate.
answer.
She
Yes.
says a wife.
Y'all stop putting me down.
But it's not the
She
number
did.
one
She got it.
answer. But it's not the number one answer. She didn't even, I didn't even get to go names. I didn't even get to ask her. She was like a wife. I can't. So new creations. 100 people were surveyed. 100 people. Name something a handsome guy might have that's ugly.
A shirt.
A shirt.
That can't be on there.
The survey says
Not to knock you, but I don't think it's on. I don't think it's on.
no. It's the top 4 answers. Top 4 answers.
What about confidence? That was the first thing I was going to say. Confidence.
Confidence? He says confidence. I'm going to put that under this because it's personality or attitude. They had like attitude, and confidence kind of falls
Like
into
ego,
that.
whatever.
Yeah, that's personality. So I am the judge and jury. I don't have judges, so I have to see if it fits into the category. So, passion, there's two more answers on the board. You have one strike. One strike. 100 people surveyed. Name something a handsome guy might have that's ugly.
His feet.
That's a good
Shit.
one.
He's had experiences, sweetheart. I'm so sorry about those bad feet, those toenails that you experienced. You either take them to get a pedicure. I don't know. Like,
No,
gotta be
some
way better.
guys, because their feet are in boots and stuff, they're jacked up.
Yeah.
And they don't know what size shoe they really wear, so their feet get jacked up. I've seen it. Some and
The
hair
shoe
and
size thing's not hard, but when you play athletics your whole life, like soccer,
nah,
and
the
things
hair
like
and
that, like,
stuff, man.
they do get beat up pretty big.
Not
pretty bad.
everybody's metrosexual. Not everyone. New creations. There's one more answer on the board. There's only
Woo.
one strike. One more answer or one strike for your team. One. So you got two
Okay.
more. 100 people surveyed. We've got 3 out of 4 up there. Name something a handsome guy might have that's ugly. This is where the timer is going to come in.
Okay. I'll say their hair.
Their hair. I'll give you a hint if you guys want, or I can just reveal the answer.
Okay.
Whatever you want to
Let's
do.
guess.
Okay, Wriggler. Name something
Like
a
the one
handsome. Just there's only one left on the board. Name something a handsome guy might have that's ugly. It may not necessarily be on their body.
Shoes. Oh, it's not on your body. Okay.
It's not any piece of clothing. That's out. It was answered.
So it has to be like personality driven.
Well, no, personality's up there too. That's the number 2 answer. Personality's covered.
Shit. I mean,
What else do men have that
she
could
already
be
said
ugly?
wife, right?
Mm-hmm.
That
That's
was
the
up
bottom
there.
answer. Yep.
Mhm.
You
It's
might
not
have.
clothing.
Mm-mm.
It's not like anything. No accessory.
Mm-mm.
It's not ego, personality, confidence. Like
That's
we
up
kind of
there.
touched upon.
We've got
It's
feet,
not.
personality, and wife mate on the board already.
And was this asked to women?
No, it just says 100 people, not specifically men or women.
And this is the number one answer.
This is the number 3 answer on the board.
All
Number
right, I'm
1
gonna go with
was
some sort of facial hair. Beard.
Let's see if passion can save you guys. Come on, passion. Name something. It's the last answer on the board. Name something a handsome guy might have that's ugly. You got the
Passion
ugliest
got it.
I'm
what?
gonna go.
What
I'm
about
gonna say
tattoo?
I'm gonna say car.
She says car. What do you guys think? Do you think car's up
I
there?
don't think car's up there.
Well, she said not on his body. I was gonna say penis.
Oh, she's right.
Handsome guys. That's
We'll
actually
say
not bad.
penis.
Is she right
But
with
car
that?
was up there.
Yeah. Okay.
Any questions about men, I would go to passion because she knows them very well.
Wait, car was it?
I really did. I was a tomboy growing up.
Me
Most of
too.
my friends were
And
male.
I knew all of when I was doing this, I was like, I would have got all these answers because I would have said all. Cause plus, I'm like sarcastic, so I'd be like his feet. I've seen so many ugly feet, and it's
Yeah,
not
no,
just
I
on
do know
men.
men. I really do.
Yeah, so do I. I just had a really bad experience with one,
Yeah.
so I know them even better.
My ex-husband
Car
had
was
terrible
it?
feet.
Car was the last
My
question,
ex-husband had
the last
ugly
answer. Yep.
feet.
Amen to passion. Like she got it. It makes sense now.
She pretty
Yeah,
much got.
men take pride in their cars.
Yeah,
They
men.
love cars. They take pride in their
absolutely.
cars.
So much
My
pride.
ex-husband had ugly ass feet.
So much pride that my ex had a pickup truck, and when he got his new work truck and was able to drive that around instead of his regular car, he let his battery die. And then when I told him he should have started his car at least once every couple of weeks, he thought I was an idiot. and he had to go replace the battery, and it cost him like $200. And I was laughing at him because he didn't know how to put a battery in, and I could have done it. But what do I know? I never took
Right.
auto shop.
Putting
Right.
a battery in is like one of the simplest process in the entire world.
I'm
Like it's
yeah.
one of the easiest mechanical fixes.
I can change a tire. I can change oil. I don't want to because I don't want to get dirty. I just don't like getting dirty. I'm not like a total girly
Probably
girl.
could throw a punch too.
I have boxing videos if you want to see them. Yeah. Thank you for the heart me mama. Mama, thank you. But this is what I'm doing, and like when I start the game, I'm playing this. So like when everybody's coming in and I'm starting the room,
All right, so we
I
got
play
another one.
Family
Let's go.
Feud. I am not playing the game. I was not prepared for this. I was just showing how the game works. That's what this setup was. You
This
can
was
come
some fun.
you can come
I'm
back
too competitive.
tomorrow
I'm like
or on
literally
Saturday or
doing
Sunday.
push-ups right now. Get my mind right.
I used to be a personal trainer and a spinning instructor
Oh, I
and a
was
group
too.
exercise instructor.
Yeah, I was
taught
NASM certified.
I was certified through AAAI ISMA, and right now I'm currently certified as a women's holistic hormonal health counselor. So I can talk to you about your hormones.
We'll keep that private, but thank you.
No, I think I have a question. 'Cause I'm pre-menopausal. I don't know what to do.
Perimenopausal. There are things you can take, but
Huh?
I can't tell you what to take. I can tell you what to go to the doctor
Right.
and like get tested for so that you can see what's going on, and then different supplements that you can look into to discuss. Like I can't give you that kind of advice, but I can advise you what to go and talk to your doctor about. That's
Oh,
what
okay.
that's
So
what a
what should I
consultant is.
say? You say I'm pre-menopausal?
You can ask them. I would ask them for actually like getting a hormone panel done, and it's good to get it done multiple times throughout the month, because if you're still menstruating, and even if you're not, it doesn't matter. Your hormones fluctuate throughout the month. So
I
they're going to
am.
want to see through the luteal phase, the follicular phase, like all the different phases of your cycle to see what your hormones are.
Mhm.
And then they may want to put you on medication, but you have, if you've ever had issues, because a lot of women have issues with birth control, then you
Yeah, I
may not
definitely have done that.
then you may not do well with some of the medicines because it's similar. They do have bioidentical stuff, so it's more similar to what our bodies make. But even then, there's things like Vitex or chasteberry root. You can do like nightshade things to try to get your estrogen under control. But you've got to see what's going on with your blood work first to know what's out of balance, because it could be
Mhm.
your estrogen, it could be your progesterone, it
Okay.
could be your testosterone. So symptoms are good, like if you're having hot flashes or your cycle's out of whack. If you don't track, I would 100%. I use an app. I'll actually show you because my phone is connected, so I can do that. I use an app and it's called Clue, and it's free. It may not come up totally, but it shows you like that, and then you can go to the calendar to, you know, that's an advertisement, but it show, you can keep track of how heavy it is, like everything. It's
Oh wow.
yeah, I track because I've had issues with my cycle ever since I was a teen, like ever since I got it. I started menstruating when I was 12. I had a ton of problems. There were days where I had to stay home because I would throw up and have headaches, and like it was that bad. And then when I got into my early 20s, I was bleeding for like 6, 7, 8 weeks straight, and they could never. I found out recently that I have something called hemochromatosis, which is actually an iron overload
What's that?
syndrome. It's an iron overload syndrome. So my body holds on to iron too much. So I'm actually like in a toxic state sometimes. And if I wasn't menstruating the way that I did, I probably would have been really sick. Like if I was a guy, I'd be sick.
Yeah, you would have had serious problems because the body has a real difficult time getting rid of excess iron.
And
See, I'm
it
opposite.
also,
I'm anemic.
yes, and that's the problem. When I was in my early 20s, because I'm 46, I'll be 47 in December. When I was in my early 20s and I was married and like I was working, I owned a limo company, like all this stuff. I was bleeding for weeks and weeks and weeks, heavy, and they said you should be anemic, but nobody ever put two and two together because the what I was diagnosed with back in was March. It wasn't something that the doctors thought of. They just kept looking at my hormones and they weren't paying attention to anything else. I found out from an integrative
So
medicine
let me
doctor.
ask you this. Mm.
Go ahead.
So if a person is like passing these big blood clots, like size of a golf ball.
I would get tested. Sometimes they'll do what's called a DNC, which most people associate with aborting a child. But I had a DNC done back in 2007 because they wanted to scrape my lining to make sure I didn't have any kind of weird things going on. You could have endometriosis. There could be
I
deposits.
already have endometriosis,
That's
so
probably what it's from then, is the endometriosis. And that
because they never
deposits.
diagnosed me. Right, they never diagnosed me with anything. They act like they didn't understand what was going on. They did all kinds of tests. I was hospitalized for like 3 days.
Wow.
They put me on birth control pills to stop the bleeding. They transferred me from one hospital to the next. This was last year, and I almost
Oh,
died. The
wow.
doctor called and was like, "You need to go to the hospital ASAP, or you might pass away."
Are
After she
they
got my blood work back.
are they doing blood work on your hormone panel? Like, have they done
Not,
your
no, not
estrogen,
since
progesterone?
when I think they did all that when I was in the hospital. And then, like I said, they put me on those birth control pills. The birth control pills finally stopped it, but they never figured out what caused it.
So, one of the things that I recommend to people, and I know it's expensive, I don't know what financial position you're in, but there are more doctors coming into the health insurance, like accepting health insurance because they're trying to do it's called an integrative medicine doctor. So what they do is they try to work in holistic things and they actually try to treat the problem instead of the symptoms because what you're talking about is a symptom of an issue in your body and they're giving you a medication which could be masking the actual like if you come off the medicine, you come off the birth control, you're just going to go back to where you were before. And that's also delaying you going into menopause. I
Yeah,
went on,
it's what she's talking about,
I,
symptomatic treatment
but I
compared to
only
yeah.
took the
preventative.
birth control
And so
pills for
so
like
the first thing, Passion, like that you should do is whatever insurance you have is find somebody in the local network.
Yep.
Go in there and be like, I want every blood panel you cover.
Yep. Because
So
blood work
start there, and
is
then you get the
typically,
rest.
yep. I I was hospitalized in the beginning of the year.
but like everything came back normal, so that's why they were puzzled.
It,
Yeah, but they didn't
but
test
they didn't
enough, and that's
test
where you have to
enough.
go
Yeah.
dive a little deeper, and
Yeah.
that's where you got to get levels. And sometimes
Oh.
Your
it's not always like your
thyroid,
phosphorus,
it could also
creatine,
be your thyroid not
this and stuff.
functioning right.
They
Like your
checked those.
thyroid,
They checked that.
but there's multiple thyroid tests and some of them only do your T3. So if they didn't do your
Oh, okay.
T3 and your TSH and there's like I can't think of all of them right now. I'm fried. It's the end of the day. But there's like multiple tests that they can do and even if you're on the lower end of it, um that may not be what's healthy for you because if you don't have a record of where your levels were throughout your life, then you could have been higher at one point and now you're on the lower end and they're going to wait for you to drop out of that. That's where I was saying about these integrative medicine doctors because they treat more holistically and look at the body as a whole, not holistically in a sense where they're always going to like herbs and roots and things like that to treat it, but they're looking at you in a whole sense. So, and a lot of them are coming into what he's saying into your healthcare network. I know that I'm originally from New Jersey. I came out to Kentucky a couple months ago. In New Jersey and like the Northeast, especially New York, Pennsylvania, Delaware, New Jersey, like those areas, they have a lot of doctors who are coming in and accepting insurance because they're not just getting into being in medicine to make money. They really want to help people. So it's something to look at, but definitely go to your primary and tell them I want to be tested for all my full, you want a full, hormonal panel. You want to know what your testosterone levels, what your progesterone levels are, what your follicular stimulating hormone is, what your luteinizing hormone is, what your estrogen, your estradiol, like the full panel. You want everything done. And even then, that's only one time. So you've got to do that throughout the month to see what it is in each phase of your cycle. And it's not even going to be real because you're taking a hormone that's actually suppressing your body's ability to produce its natural levels.
Yeah, I don't think in my experience, and actually the host, I'll say this real quick. I think you'd love to talk to my sister because my sister gives podcasts, speeches about menopause. She's
Okay.
55. I'm in my 40s. And she has a natural product. It's based around a lot of essential oils. It's topical, and then dives a little bit deeper based on what she's done. So it's on Amazon and stuff like that. Sells a lot of it.
Okay.
There's Rockstar Roll On is what it's called, and then some have cannabinoids in it, but it's not really about that. And then others don't.
I'm
And
looking
there's
it up.
Rockstar Roll On for men, for women. She's just kind of birthing this business, so it's a little bit, it's infancy, but does really well with it. I use it every day, and it's actually quite powerful because it's ultimately just like a topical
That's
essential
what
oil
that's
roll on.
That's what I was talking about before. There's a lot of herbs that you can use. So I'm interested. I'm looking at it because it says it's a topical botanical blend.
Yeah,
So that's what I was wondering maybe if it's got the things that I was just mentioning. Because I owned a supplement store for 11 years and I was in the fitness industry since 2006. So I've been doing this a long time. I used to give guys advice on their steroid use because they were idiots and listening to people on forums.
yeah. I met those guys in the gym, and they're trying to be like, you take this and that, and you'll be good. I'm like, I don't need to be. I'm 170 pounds and 5'11". Like I don't need to be
Yeah, you're just
240
trying.
pounds.
Well, they're also not
It's
doing
not
it
natural for
properly.
me.
But they're not doing it properly. Like there's hormone replacement, and if like I knew a lot of IFBB competitors and NPC competitors, I trained two people who won on stage, and I was pretty decent friends with a guy named Jason Arntz who was an Olympian stage competitor. He was one of my reps from, he originally was with Gaspari, then he went to VPX, and then he started his own company called ProSups. And just, I know a lot of the people in the industry. And those guys told me what they were taking in reality compared to what people were saying they were taking on the internet. And it is not even close
Yeah, it's pretty
because
twisted. What are your thoughts on peptides? Because I actually do
I
take
I
3
think
peptides
peptides
consistently.
are peptides are really better than the steroids because they're stimulating your body's natural ability to do stuff. They're not replacing.
Right. So BPC
Yep.
157, and then I take TB4, which is often marketed as TB 500.
Yep.
TB 500 is the short, isolated, active region of TB4, which is
Yep.
only 7 amino acids. But you take the 43 amino acid complete change, TB4, and then GHK, and I
Mm-hmm.
actually use GHK topically
You would
too.
love the guy Dakota that was in here earlier because he's totally
He
into
knows a
all
lot
that
about it.
stuff. Yep. I'm out
Yeah,
of
so
the
I was
loop
fortunate.
on like I haven't really been keeping up on the newer peptides that have come out, but when I had my store back in like 2009, 2010, peptides were just starting to be a thing where you were buying them like through illegal things on the forums and people were coming in, they were
Well,
injecting
we still
themselves
are.
to tan. I know it's still all in the forums, but you can buy it in
Yeah.
Canada and stuff now.
I
But
was actually really fortunate to meet on Reddit of all places, and I don't spend a lot of time on Reddit, but this woman, Anella, she's been working with them for like 20 years, and coming from the same mind that you have in the background in the or personal training and nutritionist, that sort of thing.
Well,
You know, obviously, like
my story,
vetted her really well,
yeah, my
and
story
so
comes
ultimately,
from being a 210-pound woman who was 5'4" and wanted to have children, and was told that I probably wouldn't be able to carry a child, and if I did, it was going to be really, really difficult for me because of my hormone imbalance. So I got into the gym and I hired a trainer and I started working out and I fell in love with it, and I left a limousine company that I was making almost $1 million a year gross sales with my family because of the toxicity and everything, and got divorced all in 1 year and went into personal training not knowing it was a sales job. So, and a couple of years later, the guy I was with, he passed away in 2017, but um, the guy I was with, he came up with this idea to have a supplement store because we were getting into supplements and we were educating ourselves on like protein and pre-workouts and just the different things out there, glutamine, creatine, and seeing how different the research was from what people were saying. So we opened our store and we were one of the most well-known like businesses in New Jersey. We had people who traveled from like a couple hours away to come to our store. And then unfortunately he passed away, and me being a female and the situation with him, I was losing a lot of business, and then the online competition. So I closed the store before I had to claim bankruptcy and went out of it. I was burnt out anyway. I did the store for 11 years, and 2 of those years were by myself, and I just couldn't do it anymore.
yeah,
So,
I know what it goes. You know, I got myself just back into sales, which as a personal trainer, especially independent, I was in sales. So
mm-hmm.
that's kind of what it is, and sales is comes naturally to me
All right,
because I
mama.
like that communication. But I don't actually really think there's much like pre-workout. My pre-workout is a banana and a shot of cold brew
Dude,
and some
I don't even
electrolytes.
do caffeine anymore because when we opened that store in 2009, you said you're 40?
47.
40, okay, so you're the same age as me. I'm going to be 47 in December.
Yeah,
Back in 2009, when we
Sagittarius.
opened the store, there was, so am I. Well, then you're about a year older than me because I'll
No,
be,
no, I'm a Gemini. You're a
oh,
Sagittarius.
yeah,
You
I'm a
said December.
Sagittarius. Yep, December 21st. I'm on the cusp.
Yep,
I
yep.
am,
You're trouble. You're
yep,
trouble.
I
I
am,
understand.
I can be
Yeah,
trouble. I'm typically
it's like a
not.
fire
I can
sign.
be,
It's okay.
yes.
I'm
It
unmatching
definitely.
right now.
So my what was I talking about? You got me distracted. Bring me
We're
back
talking
to the
about
topic.
pre-workout.
Oh, the pre-workout. We opened the store. My introduction to pre-workout prior to that, I hated running. I hated it. So Brian, the guy who passed away, he tells me try NO Explode, and I was like, what? He's like, try No Explode, and I was like, I don't even know what that is, and I didn't do caffeine. Like I would drink coffee here and there. He gave me one scoop of NO Explode, and I ran on the treadmill for an hour, and I hated it. I was like, this is amazing. Oh my God. And it's like carbonated. Like, it's so cool. It's blue raspberry. And I got addicted to the pre workouts. And then we opened the store in 2009. It was February 14th, 2009. And Slim Extreme was the fat burner. And I was taking 3 of those a day. Women were taking one, and they were up for 3 days straight. I was taking three in the morning, drinking a pre workout drink, drinking monsters and all red line and all kinds of stuff. And I went to sleep perfectly fine at night. We found out about a year into selling that product, and we were the top store in the state selling that product. I think we were outperforming everybody in our region, like the throughout the New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania region with our distributor, and we found other distributors because ours would run out, and we had to find other distributors to get it because it was people are addicted. It was spiked with modafinil. Does anybody know what
Oh, really?
modafinil is outside of regular?
I don't. No, I don't.
Modafinil is a amphetamine derived prescription drug that they typically give to fighter pilots to keep them awake. It's a drug to help you
Oh,
focus, and it was being spiked in a supplement. It got recalled, it got
like
banned.
it's
They made a
80.
it's not for, sometimes they'll give it to ADHD patients, but it's
Yeah,
not
that's what I was gonna
typically.
say.
No, it's not typically those. This is more to keep you awake. So it's typically prescribed for narcolepsy or people who need to stay awake for long periods of time, like fighter pilots when they're going off to war and they can't take a break because they're in a plane.
Mm.
And I was
Interesting.
taking
So it was
3 of those pills a day and went through
wow.
withdrawal because I was on something that was literally an amphetamine and had no
It
idea.
was controlled substance.
Yep, they were
Yeah,
putting a controlled,
they
dangerous
started that shit with
substance.
World War II. They were
Yep,
the Germans.
yep,
Everyone's fighting through like the worst conditions in the
the
entire
fatigue.
like existence of humanity,
Hmm.
and they just stayed awake for 18 hours,
Yep.
40 hours, 50 hours, 60 hours, and kept fighting. I mean,
I did my
Wow.
research on it
Well,
because it came out what it was, and I was like, what the heck is that? Because I never had heard it before. My fiance did because he was a drug addict and he was in recovery and stuff, so he knew a lot. We
I'll
called
be
him the street
careful with that
pharmacist.
age.
Well, he passed away, not because of like it was a secondary thing of his addiction. He had relapsed for 4 years. But unfortunately, he had broken his foot and a clot broke loose and got stuck in his carotid artery. And he had multiple heart attacks and passed away. So,
Oh wow.
yeah, I went through a lot with him. I've been through a lot in my life. I have a very crazy story. Most people do not believe what I went through, and that is why I was hospitalized in the beginning of the year because I tried to report a sexual assault and harassment from the guy I was with for 3 years. It was reported to my college where I had a 4.0 prior to us not being a couple anymore. And the police didn't believe me, and they sent me to the hospital and said that I was in a state of psychosis and that I was making up my story.
Oh.
And the police officer who had me locked up not only muted his camera, his body camera, but he also covered it with his hand for 13 minutes out of the hour and 6 minutes I was with him while he was
Wow.
setting me up to go to the hospital because he thought I was out of my mind.
Wow. Sorry that
Yeah,
happened.
that just happened this year. So
Oh wow.
it's been fun. I've had
Mm.
a very rough year. I've had a very rough life, but I don't think it's we lost Wriggler, but I don't want to be negative about it because everything is a learning experience and I can't change the past. You know? Like I can't
Have you heard
change.
about that? Have you heard about that Me Too movement?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
But I think the Me Too movement kind of got messed up because the direction went it went off in a way that took away from what the purpose was. It turned in.
Oh, okay.
I just don't like what they did with that. And when it first started, it was great, but then it just turned into like lawsuits and this celebrity and that celebrity and
Oh.
that you know what I mean. So the idea is there, and that's part of the reason I came on this platform. The cousin that I'm talking about, her mother, she's my third cousin, and her mom is my second cousin. And her mother's been following me on social media for over a decade. So she went to my spinning class. Like we've talked for many years, and she saw me going live on Facebook and saw the negative comments and the things that were happening when I was going to court for a restraining order that it took me 2 months to get because of being hospitalized. I actually had to go to the state troopers because the local police couldn't take a sexual assault report properly. Um,
Mm.
and I got the cop. I subpoenaed both police officers, one from the town this guy lived in and one from the town that I lived in, who dealt with me that evening I was hospitalized. And I got both of them to admit on a court record that they were not formally trained in this type of violence, in domestic violence. So it's on record. And the judge told me that it was okay for a police on the record. He said he didn't see anything wrong with what the police officer did in that video, and it's against the law for them to cover their camera. So if I can ever get a civil rights attorney to help me, which I tried to do, and everybody wouldn't take my case, um, I have a case against a township in New Jersey. Actually, one of the cops got in trouble. I complained to the attorney general. I went to the attorney general and complained against both of the police officers.
Mm,
So one cop got
that's a
in
shame.
trouble, and the second cop, I don't know, he was trying to strong arm me in court when I didn't know I wasn't supposed to talk to him. I didn't have an attorney. Nobody wanted to represent me. I went into court by myself
Wow.
against my former partner and a slum attorney that he had, and I lost because they believed every word that he said, and he lied through his teeth. But because I was
Right.
hysterical and having panic attacks and in a closed courtroom, the judge didn't believe me.
Yeah, that's horrible that you went through that.
It's okay. You know what the benefit of it is? That man, because a restraining order is a civil um it's a civil action, it's not a criminal action. You can't get expunged off your record. So his name is forever. Forever. He can never get it taken off of his record. It will never ever be disassociated, and if he ever has a woman in the future ever bring charges up against him, that's going to come up on his record and he's going to be questioned that time. So I may not have won in the sense that I didn't get a restraining order permanently against him, but I did something that
He's your ex-man?
he's my ex-man.
And he did that?
3
Wow. What
years.
the fuck?
3 years. He was one of the most narcissistic people I've ever met, and I didn't see it. It took me 2.5 years to see through his crap, and he destroyed me in the process.
Right. Did he do that while you sleep?
I was not asleep. Um,
Okay.
he there's a lot. It's hard. I'm not on 18 and over. It's hard to talk about it on here because of
Oh,
how
okay.
my lives. I typically don't do 18 and over. But it was during a what should have been a normal encounter between the two of us, and it just turned into, and he used like anatomy issues that I have because I have a tilted cervix and I experience pain on a regular basis. This was not from that. This was not because of that, and he used that and played the I would never do anything to hurt her. He said that we had um how can I put this without being graphic, that we would hook up during the week 3 to 4 times a week, and it was like twice a month, and I was at his he lived with his parents who were 81 and 80 no 80 and 82 years old, and didn't pay rent, made over $120,000 a year, had over 100 grand in the bank. Didn't like I'd be at the house every weekend helping with everything around the house. I was going to school. I had a 4.0. I had a job. I was living with my mom because I got harassed out of my house with my landlord. After my fiance passed away, my landlord started hitting on me, and because I wouldn't sleep with him, um, he started harassing me out of my house. He was trying to take over my
Damn.
property. I've got video of all of this stuff. Like I got a Ring camera. I was videoing him. I called the cops every day on my landlord. But my ex was there when that started. And little by little, he made me feel like I was the problem. And I didn't do anything wrong. I paid my rent on time. I had a
Right.
roommate. Like, the house was immaculate. I had somebody who came and did the grass because I couldn't cut the grass because I have allergies. Like, what I've been through in the past, I would say 8 years, it's my life has just, I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be here because I tried
Wow.
to unalive myself in 2007, and I shouldn't
Mm.
be here just with that alone. I almost, I was almost not here, but
Right.
I changed my life. And the man that passed away is a major reason that I did, because he made me change my behaviors. He made me think differently. He made me feel more confident in myself and made me look at myself differently, because I had body dysmorphia, even though I had lost 70, 75 pounds where I'm at like right now, because Actually, it's even more than that because I'm at 136 pounds right now. I used to be 210. I was a size 22. I'm fitting in like size 7 and extra smalls and stuff. Um, he made me see who I actually am as a person and made me see what I look like. And he made me think of like my stretch marks as tiger stripes instead of me looking at them going, they're so gross and nobody's ever going to want to look at me. He's like, I look at you. I think you're attractive. And I was like, yeah, but you're my fiance. Like he made me think differently and made me appreciate where I came from. And he told me, look at your stretch marks
Right.
as your tiger stripes. That is your battle scar. That is something that you had a food addiction. You were eating your feelings. He made me think differently. He
Most
changed me.
women, yeah, but most women got stretch marks.
Yeah, but I didn't. It wasn't about everyone. I didn't see that. I only saw me. You know, we're our own worst
Yeah.
critics, right? So when we look in the mirror, we're the ones who are going to criticize ourselves the most. It's not the people on the outside. We just hear all their voices in our head reinforcing what we see. So it could be just one person who says, "Oh, you've got stretch marks," and then you focus on that because it's something you don't like about yourself. Being in the fitness industry really made me see things differently because I saw what was happening with competitors or people who I would try to train and I would try to get them on the right path because of how I had changed. So I would tell them, like, they would come in and I want to lose 25 pounds in a month. I'm like, well, number one, it's not healthy. Number two, you're not going to be able to do that. And even if you do lose 25 pounds in a month, you're probably going to get it back in like 3 months. So we want to put you on a healthy routine and let's change one or two things, whatever you can handle in your life, get you doing that for 3-4 weeks. Then we'll add something else in and we'll get you to change that. I'm like, how long did it take you to gain the weight, or how long have you looked like this? Like, how long has it been like this? How long have you been that size? Whether it was women who wanted to gain weight or lose weight, whatever it was, and they would go, oh, the last time I weighed this amount, it was 10 years ago. I'm like, so if it only takes you a year to lose the weight and you can lose it and keep it off because you have healthier habits, then you're winning because it didn't take you 10 years to lose it all because it took you 10 years to gain it.
Yeah, and so you actually make a good point. Like, well, obviously you always do, but there's a lot of things
You
with that
just
to say.
met me. I always do.
Well, I mean, at least from our like sort of mutual understanding of personal training.
I'm
How to say
joking.
that?
I was just being
I'm usually
sarcastic.
I'm usually an asshole, but
I'm
I'm
usually
nice. I'm good. I'm a
sarcastic,
good boy.
so.
I'm being good. We're being good. Pasha knows, like I generally behave. Like I don't always, but
Hmm.
And so she's got a lot to say about that. But regardless, it's like that Biggest Loser show.
Yeah.
And what happened there was they overworked these people and they lost a ton of weight
And
in
they
a
were
really
only
quick amount of
eating
time.
anywhere from
Well,
800 to
there was
1,000
also
calories a day.
literally it was bullshit. So like me, even at 5'11", 170 pounds, and if I want to cut, I'm gonna eat like 2,300 calories a day. If I want to bulk, it's gonna be like 20, 26, something like that.
Yeah.
Anything in between that's actually probably fine, but I have to work it off, you know.
Yeah.
And that's more just like I'm hitting the weights and I'm just like gaining muscle, and then I want to like get the abs back, and so rinse and repeat, right? But what happened with these guys and these girls in that show is what they didn't realize. Of course, it was like like a monetized show.
Hmm.
Is that somebody who is way overweight? No one here, but like way overweight. That metabolism is very slow. So if you just cut their calories drastically and you go way down, they're just going to be hungry all day long.
Yep.
So like that needs to be like a slow burn, like over the course of like 2-3 years. Just really dial it back, just a little bit. A lot of working out, but keep them eating, keep that muscle on.
Yeah.
And
And
as a
protein is
personal trainer,
so important.
yeah, as a personal trainer, you can relate to this because I've had a lot of clients, a lot of women that I've trained. And I tell them, I said, look, your belt size is going to go down in the next couple months, but your weight may actually stay the same and even increase. Because
I
what you're
will.
going to do is you're going to take fat and turn it into muscle. And when you do that, you're going to feel better. You'll be stronger. But then we can take the weight off.
I
We
will tell
just
you
have to do
this.
this deliberately.
I knew nothing about fitness when I got into the industry. When I joined, I had been going to Curves for about 2 years because I was trying to lose weight and I was afraid of gyms and I didn't want to touch weights because I didn't want to get big. All the garbage, all of the fallacies that are out there, right? So I went to like three different gyms and I decided on one that's more. It was more of a club than like a gym. They had racquetball courts and all that stuff, pool. And I hired a personal trainer. And the first session was, I had 2 free sessions where he could sell me. And I already was buying personal training. Like it was my goal because I knew I didn't know anything. So I sat down with my trainer who was 23 and I was 28 and I said, what I wanted to do. I said I wanted to lose weight because I needed to get the weight off to get my hormones in balance because the doctor said if I don't lose weight I might not be able to have kids, blah 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 blah. And he was like, well, what size do you want to be? And I said, what do you mean what size do I, what don't you mean what do I want to weigh? And he's like, no, what size do you want to be? And I said, I don't know, like I think maybe I was like a size 22. I said maybe an 8'10". I don't even know if I can get that small because I thought my hips were too wide. This is what was in my head. I said it to him. So he wrote down 8'10", and then he put down 6'8" or whatever, or 10'12" and 6'8" on the paper, and he wanted to measure me, and I told him no. I told him I didn't want to get measured. And he was like, all right, well, when you're ready, we'll do it. And I regret not getting those measurements because as we went along, I lost more in inches and I was going down in size because I was listening to him I was so determined to lose the weight. I was listening to him on how to eat. I was listening to him on going into the gym. I started out with like going 2 days a week. Then I worked in another day a week. Then we did 4 days a week. Eventually I was up to 7 days a week. There was one point where I was going twice a day and he told me I needed to stop because I was out of control. Um, I learned a lot from him and I had a really, really good trainer and a really, really good base for my fitness knowledge and then just grew from there because he planted a seed that most people don't get because a lot of the trainers that I've encountered over the years, they think that they can just do whatever they do with their own body. And even though they go and take all these certifications, they still go out and give people their own routine or a routine that they saw somebody else doing that worked for somebody instead of really looking and tailoring it to the person that they're training.
Yeah, I agree. And, my experience with being in the health and fitness industry, there's other weird things that I think I would recommend that come into it. So if anyone's having medical problems, the first thing I would say to them is slowly adapt yourself to going to the farmer's market, real food, good food, healthy food. Change your entire diet
Yep. Food
and
is
start
your
there.
fuel.
Start there and see how it goes for a couple weeks. The other thing I would say, and this is difficult when people that live in northern states, because I grew up in Connecticut, but wake up and don't look at the fucking phone and walk outside and get at least 20 minutes of sunlight
Yep.
early in the morning.
Vitamin D is
And
so important.
well, it's not just vitamin D, it's because it regulates us. And so
Yeah.
over like the course of 24, 40 million, whatever years that we can sort of argue about as far as our evolution is concerned, we're used to getting that sunlight in our eyes. Doesn't mean you stare at the sun. We're not talking about like, solar eclipses without glasses and shit. We're talking about just every morning and sit there. And I do recommend things like Wim Hof breathing. If anyone's heard of that.
I'm not familiar with that one.
You'll like it. You should look that up. So
I'm
basically it
going
goes like
to.
this. Okay, so you take 30 deep breaths. We're talking like real big in, real big out, real big in, real big out. And at the end of the 30, you exhale all of it and you sit.
This is like box
And
breathing.
box breathing is
It's
generally
similar.
centered around something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in, pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out. 1, 2, 3, 5, let it go. And then rinse and repeat. This is 30 in, 30 out. And then at the end of it, you release all the air and you hold your breath. But you've got no breath. And it's actually amazing because at this point I've done it so much, like 3.5 minutes, I'm comfortable. And I've
Well,
let all my air out.
a
And
lot
at
of
the end of
people
it,
don't understand how important breath is.
well, because we're bad breathers. We do this
Hmm.
all the time. We're terrible breathers. We're shallow breathers. And, obviously we can get like a little deeper into like solfeggio frequencies like 437 and 832 and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah.
And, we can dive a little deeper. We can get into like infrared saunas with red light therapy, and there's lots of things. Cold therapy, I highly recommend. Cold therapy actually personally changed my life. So I belong to a sauna where when I go in there, they've got a rainforest shower that's 42 degrees,
In the
goes for
sauna?
90 seconds. Yeah, well, I won't do it after a workout because I want the inflammation, because I want
Yeah,
the muscle growth. But
yeah.
on the days off, that's when I do the cold shower. But after the workout, I always go in there,
Do you know
and I
that
go in there for
that's actually a form of like therapy for people with mental health issues? Doing the hot cold
well,
therapy?
I've been
Because
through enough shit that it probably is.
well, that explains why you have this even keeled. Because I started when I was having panic attacks, and I would have panic attacks multiple times a day in the beginning of the year because of everything that was going on. I just kept getting triggered and triggered and triggered and triggered. So I asked ChatGPT one night what I could do to stop the anxiety attacks because I didn't want to take medication. And it told me to go get an ice pack and stick it on my on my chest to stop the nerve from reacting, and it worked. And I was like, holy crap! Like no one ever in therapy told me that. They just want to give me Xanax or give me Ativan or give me Klonopin, and
Absolutely.
you
Yep.
don't need
That's
it.
all
You
they
need
want
to
to do. They got to
stop.
make money.
Yeah, but all I needed was an ice pack on my chest, and then I put it on the back of my neck. And I was like totally calm. And you know what my friend told me, the one that I'm staying with, who gave me the roof over my head by the grace of God? I came to Kentucky to like try to recover. Um, she told me right before I came out here to get the sour spray by Warheads. And that explains so much because it's instantly stops you from having a panic attack. And it explains so much about why I could have contests when I was a teenager with crybabies and warheads and stick a ton of them in my mouth and not be like, oh my God, I gotta spit this out. It's because I've been in a constant state of panic since I was a child. I've moved in 46 years. I have lived inside of a home, not including us living in a motel or a campground or sleeping in my grandparents' house for a couple of weeks and all that other garbage. 30 places in 46 years.
Wow. But have you ever done like ice baths? Like, have you done
I
cold
haven't
therapy?
done that because I have
Yeah, you
Raynaud
should. You should.
syndrome. I have to be careful.
Oh,
So,
yeah. You have to be a little
yeah,
careful with that.
yeah.
But with some sort of, because what it does for me, like I actually haven't taken a hot shower in like 2 years. 2 years. Now I'm in Florida, so it
Oh,
doesn't get that cold.
yeah.
But many times, what I'm doing is just like putting ice bags that I bought in 7-Eleven and just like pouring them in the tub, hopping in, like 5 minutes, 8 minutes.
Yeah, I've done the ice on like my chest. I've done the ice on my neck. I've done it like
But
on my forehead, but doing it all over my body, like I've been sick. I got some kind of ear infection and wound up being out of work the past 5 days because I just when I get sick, I get run down like really
right,
bad.
right.
Um,
So for
so
somebody like you got to be careful about that
I
kind of thing.
yeah.
But a cheater way to do it is this is like sounds ridiculous, but it works. People that don't have access to ice baths and things like that is what you can do is you can take a bucket or a bowl, big bowl, put a lot of ice in it, water, get your hands in it and your face in it for like a couple minutes. Obviously, you got to breathe, so you breathe. and I'm not
I'm not running
like
away. I just need to stand
swear to
up
God, like
because I have a
don't let me
herniated disc, so it's pressure. I'm listening to you. I can hear you. I'm just standing up.
or you can heal herniated discs. That's easy.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on that. First I had to get my mental straight. That's going to be the next mission. Oh,
Right, but you get the hands and the face in it, and it'll actually give you the same benefits for a large extent as an ice bath.
I will.
It is better good for your body in it.
I will
Now here's
try
the
the
thing, like
face, but the hands, I do have to be careful. My hands. When I was roller skating because I have an injury to my leg where I can't run anymore because of the impact. So I started roller skating for my cardio. And I'd be on the rink and I'd be drenched in sweat, and my friends would come up to me and like put their hand on my arm and they're, "Oh, you're so cold." They called me the ice princess because I would be hot, but my skin would be cold, and in the wintertime my fingers will actually turn like blue and purple
so you're
with
like a
gloves
Game of
on.
Thrones character.
Yeah, I am. I am. It's really bad. Like I'm kind of like the ice walkers. Yeah, it's bad. I got a lot of
I
health
got you.
issues. I look healthy, but I'm not. And I do the best that I'm on. Right now, I'm on an antibiotic because I have to be. I've taken ibuprofen maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 times over the past week because I've had sinus pressure and the pain and I wait until the pain in my face is so bad that I just can't handle it. I don't take medicine. I got off of birth control. I went on birth control in 2020 because I was starting to be perimenopausal, like Passion was talking about, and I didn't want it to happen. So I went on birth control, and it was the worst thing because birth control gives me more anxiety because it's unnatural and it shouldn't be in my body. I don't do well with it. It causes all kinds of issues. So I stopped taking my birth control in February, and I haven't been as calm as I am right now in probably at least 4 or 5 years. Just because I'm
Well, it's
not
good
on
to talk to you,
anything.
but
Yeah.
I definitely have to move
Oh,
on.
you're
But you and I
fine.
will talk, I'm sure.
Thank you for hanging in. I did give you a follow back. It said that I had to request you, so I did follow you
I'll
back.
accept it
I
for sure.
appreciate. Thank you. And
Yeah,
you're
you all be
welcome
good.
anytime. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Take care.
You too.
Bye.
I have to do this. To go back to being my funny, not so serious self because Oops, It's Me just came in, and she is another one of my super fans. She was not feeling well today. She woke up this morning and sounded like she got run over by a truck. She's not feeling good. But Passion, I saw your comment about there's a lot. Like I don't really
Mhm.
talk about that part of my life because I got burnt out from it.
Uh huh.
Um
Yeah.
but I enjoy speaking to people. Thank you for bringing in Wriggler. He followed you in here. I appreciate that because it's nice to
Mhm.
have a conversation with someone who is well educated and well spoken and can
Mhm.
have a conversation and respect the other person while they're doing it because it's not easy in the fitness
Yeah.
industry. Especially with the opposite sex. Usually they're like, well, you're a girl and you don't know anything. That's been my experience over the past like 20 years. So I appreciate you
Right.
for coming in.
Yeah. No, thank you for having me.
No, I appreciate like I can't be here without you guys, you know. So I hope that you come back to try to play Family Feud because that's the fun side of me. I'm trying to be Steve Harvey. I got a lot of things working against me.
Right.
A lot of things working against me. Number one, I'm a girl. Two, I'm not the same color. It just, like I can try, but I will never be that man. But I will do my best to do it in my own
Right.
way and use him as my motivation. Thank you for
Right.
the heart, me, Miss Jazzy. And New Creations, you've been quiet. I appreciate you guys muting and hanging and listening to
Angie,
the
you sleep?
conversation. She might be sleeping.
You sleep, Angie? Angie. I
This will
think
be
she's
a
asleep.
this will be a first for me in my life. I have fallen asleep in other people's lives, but this is a first in my own.
Sometimes she walks away from her phone and she'll
It
clean
could
up
be
some
that too.
things.
It could be that too. But it's late for her
Hmm.
because she's Eastern, right?
Now she's
Yeah.
it's early. She's on the
Oh
West
shoot,
Coast.
that's
She's
right.
in
She's on the
California,
West
right?
Coast. Oh my goodness, that's right.
Yeah.
She actually lives on the beach.
Ah, I used to live on the beach on the East
Hmm.
Coast. East Coast, West
Yeah.
Coast wars going on? We're gonna relive the 90s? East Coast,
Right.
West Coast. Who you rooting for? Nah, we're gonna
Oh,
meet in the
She's
middle
on the
because that's
West
where I
side.
am. I'm in Kentucky, man. I'm in the middle.
wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're not doing East Coast, West Coast. We're doing East meets West.
East meets West. So this is like the store that the iconic store you will see in the malls. East meets West.
There you go.
But I have been on here 27 minutes longer than I want to be. Um, so I will hang for another 10 minutes and then I'm going to end my live. But I appreciate you two for
Okay.
hanging. And like I said, that it's awesome that you guys came in here.
Yes, it was
And I hope
also
to
nice
see you
time.
one day of the week when I'm doing this. I'm trying to give people opportunity to come in and play the game.
Yeah.
Hi, David. Welcome in. How are
Well,
you,
I just
sir?
wanted to come in
Oh,
and
there
say
go
hi.
Oops. Hey, Oops.
Angie.
Hi.
That is my
Yeah.
super fan, Melinda. Oops, it's me. Melinda is
Angie, is
Angie
that
amazing.
you
came up.
talking?
Yeah, I have been the whole time I was talking.
Go ahead,
The
Angie.
mute
We
button's
couldn't
still
hear
on.
you. Your
Did you
mute was
see
on.
me?
You were
Oh,
muted.
the whole
The mute button's
She's
on.
like, why is nobody listening to me? It's because you were
Because the
muted.
mute
And
button.
nobody even threw a cowboy hat. You did it to
Why are you
yourself
muted?
for free.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, so I had went live this morning and Oops hopped on and she
that's
hung
she's
out for a while. Yeah.
she's awesome. I love her. She's amazing.
Well, I love you too.
Yes.
I was explaining to them earlier. Somehow we went. You know how my lives go. Somehow we went
Yep.
from explaining how the toxic feud game is going to work in my room to talking
Yep.
about hormones and the fitness
Oh.
industry and like health and like I don't know how we got there, but we got there.
Well, it's okay because I ended up starting my live as trying to do a recruit and ended up just having a family meeting.
Oh, well, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, a majority of her
So,
family is on TikTok.
Oh,
So,
wow.
and then she's got like the external family that comes in.
yep.
So,
Nice.
like, I'm part of her extended family, not blood family.
What do
And
you
Judd
want
followed me in
to
there too.
Hi, Jet. Welcome in.
He was sitting in my boxes for a while.
He was in with me this morning when I was live.
Yeah.
He hung out with me for a
But
while.
anyways, so
Yeah.
my youngest daughter ended up coming in my room and she actually went live for the first time. Well, at least as far as sitting in my boxes goes. Um, yeah. So that was interesting. Then the oldest twin showed up. So then we had Barry, me, and the kids in there.
So she literally was having a family reunion in her boxes.
I was waiting for the other two to show up.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
You know,
That's crazy. Look at what I figured out how to do, Melinda.
what'd you do?
Look at the toxic feud box.
Oh my goodness.
Watch this.
Uh,
I got a
wow.
timer.
How
I
did you do that?
um I have the clock on my computer, right? So I did a
Yeah.
a window capture of the clock, and then I cropped the box to the size of the timer, and I locked it so I can't mess it up. And as long as I don't close this box, I have a timer, and I can hide it
Wow.
and show it. Like when I want it up, it's up. When I don't, it's bye bye.
Okay, me and you are gonna have to get
We're
back
gonna
together
have to
and
have
show me
another
how to do that.
TikTok live studio training. We did yesterday. I was on live with her daughter and her for like 2.5 hours. Then I was just playing around with my own board because I'm like, while I'm on here, I'll just play around with stuff. If people come in, I'll answer their questions. Then she came back. She's like, I'm back. I got it downloaded. So we were going over everything. I was on here for 4 hours yesterday doing, and I made. You know how much I made? 67 cents.
Wow.
but but Melinda, I had the video. I was gonna actually just send it to you. Melinda was
And
my,
here comes Barry.
and here is her husband. He's just a stalker. Um, better watch out for that man. He is a truck driver too. Um, might wind up like the Green River guy.
She said she was going to bed.
She
Oh,
came
I'm
to
sorry,
say
honey. I'm
she
going to bed. And
she's
here she
Barry,
is.
Barry, Barry. She came to see me, and I was just giving her props for being the title gifter of like almost everything in my gallery last week. You just ruined it.
Oh, well, at least she's spending some money on you, not me. She never tried to get her my room.
Oh,
You're
you
the
are a
husband.
stalker.
You're supposed to be spending
Oh,
on her. What are you
I
doing?
do.
She's an
Just in the case
independent woman, and she does what she wants with her money. You leave her alone.
where's
But
that? Where is that cheer button on this side of the
there
screen,
is
Candy?
none. You ready? I'll do it for
I'm
you.
gonna create. There you go. Thank
This
you.
is what you're gonna get for that one. It's Superman.
This.
Superwoman. There you
Oh
go.
my goodness.
sound like a whole bunch of something. I don't know what you want
Thank
to
you,
call it, but
Passion,
it
for
sounds like
coming
a whole
in.
bunch of crotch
And
meat.
like I said, I hope to see you at Family Feud and New Creations. If you've got to drop out as well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna end my live because I'm beat, man. I gotta go to work again tomorrow and go deal with a guy who put me on the schedule for something I did not agree to. So he didn't even
Okay.
ask.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you so much, and I hope to see you either tomorrow or Saturday or Sunday, whatever day you're available to come in and play.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you very,
Bye.
very much. Good night.
Bye, New Creations.
And you guys, like I
Uh,
said, I want to get off of here because I've been on for
yep.
2 hours
No,
and
I'm
31
going to bed.
minutes.
I
Yes.
had to
Yeah,
go say
okay. I know
hi.
what your bet is. Who's the next room?
Well, good night, bestie.
Melinda, do you want me to just drop him down? I can block him from the room. Just kidding.
No.
I'll mute him. We're going to mute you.
There you go.
Oh, Barry, I'm joking. I love you, Barry. I wouldn't go in your room and give you a heart me and stuff if I didn't.
Right. He knows it's okay.
I love him.
But yeah, get off of your live. I'm gonna go bug somebody else for a hot minute, and then I'm going to bed.
And you know, I still have to do rounds. That's why I want to get off of here. Because I got to be in
Yep,
bed
that's
by
what I'm
like
doing.
midnight.
Yep.
So I will go do rounds and all that stuff. And yeah. So you hung out with New Creations?
Yeah, I've done that. She's been in
Awesome.
my boxes before.
Yeah, she's cool. I like her.
Yeah.
And I just met her
I
friend,
actually.
Passion.
Yeah, Passion.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're
Yep.
pretty cool people.
I got her connected. I got New Creations connected with Katie because New Creation wants some banners and
Yeah,
stuff
and
made.
flyers and stuff. Yep. Yep.
Yep.
She was talking about it.
Oh.
I spent some time with her in her room yesterday, and then last night before I went to sleep, I went into E. Dean's room, and E. Dean had me up in a box because I was explaining to him how to use the mobile gaming thing from your phone.
Oh
And
yeah.
she came in and she came up in a box, and I was like, wow, I started my day with you two, only it was the other way. You were hosting and he was in your box, and now I'm
Yeah.
ending my day with the both of you. So thank you.
Oh,
It was funny.
that is funny. But anyway, so yeah, I had to come in and say hi.
I appreciate you. Thank you for coming in. I'm
Oh, you're
going
welcome.
I am going to literally probably pass out because I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
Mr. Bill left me. He was like, I don't need to learn how to play TOXIC Feud.
Yeah, he's already got it.
Let me ask you a question. Hold on.
Yep.
I need to put my hair in a ponytail because I'm roasting. Hold, please. I should put
I'm
my
holding.
live on pause, but I'm moving, so I can't get in trouble, right? I can't
Right.
get in trouble because they don't want static live, so I'm actually moving. I'm just not
There you
sitting
go.
here.
There you go.
So the board, you guys said the board looks fine, right? I'm
It
starting
does.
out with the donut to play. If you're a super fan, you don't have to do that.
Right. Oh,
I gotta
yeah.
change the hot dog because the hot dog is no more.
Obsolete now. Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll come back. But so I'm gonna use perfume because it's the same amount of coins, and that one's always
Well, there you
there.
go.
And then the hat and stash for the mute player. And then I still think you should be able to double your points, right? But
Okay.
I'm thinking clearing the points, instead of doing clearing the points, we could do knock a player out of the box.
Oh, yeah.
We can call it
That's a good
knockout,
idea.
and you can choose a box and knock people off of their team
There you go.
and steal it, or like steal a box or whatever.
Right.
Is that
Good deal.
worth, you think that's worth 199 coins?
I do.
Okay. And then reverse
Yep.
feud. That's
Yep. Leave it at that one.
because you can play
Yep.
from the chat. Mama,
Yep.
she said, wow. She was like, wow. So, like,
Yeah.
say you get everybody together. Because I was telling Mr. Bill, and then I told everybody earlier before you came in, my suggestion is if you want to play teams and you want to really make this a fun game, right? Get anywhere from 8 to 12 people together. And then you have a team and you can play from the chat because you don't have to be in the box to get an extra guess. You could say, ooh, I like team 2, so they have 2 strikes. I'm going to send the tiny, tiny hot dog, and now one of their strikes has gone away.
Oh, yep. I like that one.
It's so, and it's also a box battle. So you get your friends to come in, and even if they just do the free likes, you can get up to, like, we play for an hour. So every 10 to 15 minutes, you're looking at least 4 points in everybody's box. And if there's
Right. Right.
follows from new people, because we're trying to socialize and network, if there's follows,
Yep.
that's 2 coins for every box.
Yep.
So you're looking at
Yep.
free stuff that you can do on top of the people who just come in and throw roses at people, like, even if they're just flying through the FYP or whatever. Because in the end, what is not on this board is whatever's in your boxes gets added to the points on the team. I just had nowhere else to put it. So that's something I'm just going to talk about. And that's where the shares and the reposts and all that stuff is going to come in.
Right.
Sounds interesting.
You should have
It
been
does.
here last night, Mama. You should have Mr. Bill threw a money gun and misfired.
I know, I saw it. I was here.
I didn't know if you saw that, because
Yeah, I wasn't playing. I was in the chat.
I knew
and
you were
was
in the chat, but
tapping,
I
so I
wasn't
didn't
sure
feel
because
good.
sometimes people aren't looking at the phone or whatever. But yeah, Melinda, Mr. Bill was
Oh
trying to.
yeah,
He was losing, right?
I'm watching.
He
Yeah.
was losing, and he threw the money gun at the end of the round, and
Yeah.
he threw it at someone who was actually on his team. So even though it didn't reverse because he misfired, he still
Yeah.
won because that 500 points went in his team's box.
Nice.
He was so mad too because he wanted it to go to me, but it was funny.
Eh,
But I
yeah,
was
that was
like, but
funny.
Mr. Bill, you still won. I'm like, that was the whole point. He's like,
Oh,
yeah, but I wanted to help you. I'm like, yeah, but you still won. Like, it added
right, yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
So the end result was what you wanted
It was
anyways.
what he wanted out of, but some guy walked away with like 800 coin in his box.
Uh,
Yeah, it was funny, but it's fine.
I should have played last night. I knew a lot of the answers.
Well, we're gonna play again tomorrow, and I'm doing it. You could go to my page. Um, People who are like Melinda, you get to go in. I know you go live a lot of the time when I'm live, but you get to come
yeah,
in and you don't have to throw a donut because you're a super fan. And I would get teams together. I would team up with people and get 8, 12 people together. Have people down in the box, in the chat, not helping in the sense that they're giving you answers, but like, what if they know an answer? They could throw up a thing to steal a box and be like, I know the answer. I'm gonna come up there.
right,
Because the
Right.
more the more I make, the more I'm able to give away.
exactly.
Right.
So you might only throw, say, like 300 coin, but if I'm giving away, like, what if I can give away a TikTok universe eventually between the 4 people playing?
Oh my god.
Could you imagine? I got
Yeah.
I got goals, guys. Long term and short term goals. So short term is get people in this room playing and get
Right,
it going so that it's consistent, and we've got like what Bree has, 50, 70 people in the room. And
yeah,
then maybe play 2 rounds with 2 different teams each time, and really, cuz last night it only took us about 40 minutes. And then eventually get the
Right.
prizes up so I can give away some real stuff.
yep. That's the way to do it.
But it's going to take some time. You invest $3 and
You
you
ought to
get
put
back
one
like
up there
100.
where you ought to put one up there where when the second game starts, they can, or before the second game starts, they can switch players
That's what I'm saying. That the kissy
for,
hearts, instead of it being a board reset, make the kissy hearts that you can steal a
yeah.
box. You could kick a player out.
Yep,
All right.
I like that
Okay.
idea.
So I think that's what it's going to be. Is I'm going to change it because I don't like the board reset. I think the points should just be up there. Hi Camden. I will accept your request even though I don't know who you are, but you asked a question. I wasn't actually playing tonight. Tonight's live was to explain the game a little bit, and I'm on my way out. I've been on here for 2 hours and 42 minutes. But tomorrow night we're actually going to be playing, and then I have it scheduled every Tuesday, Saturday, and Sunday at 8:30 Central.
Oh, got you. I'm friends with Oops.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hi, Camden. How are you?
We
I'm
will be
pretty good.
playing. I'm giving
I
you
was
a
about to
follow
throw down a
back.
donut.
You don't have to throw a donut. I appreciate the gifts. I didn't even set a goal tonight, Melinda. I've
I
had
see
no
that.
goal. I totally forget about it in the studio because it's not like in my face.
Right.
But
Yeah.
yeah, tomorrow night we are going to be playing Camden. So I have on my bio, you can go. I have the live events scheduled all the way through the last week of October. The only one I couldn't schedule was the 28th because it was too early in the day for me to put it for the time I'm doing it at. So I'll have that scheduled later. So any of the dates that you think you can come in, you could register as a guest or as a viewer. And I'm trying to get people in. So it's brand new. I won't this tomorrow will be my 4th time doing Family Feud, and it's changed significantly since I started. So
Yep. Yep. So what are you doing, Camden?
Just got off the phone with one of my friends, so now I'm looking for a live to join. So I'm scrolling through my friends list.
Oh, I just got off of being live too. But I will be live tomorrow.
What time?
Probably, I would say probably around 1 o'clock.
I'll be live at 8:30 Central
I went
in the
live twice
morning.
today.
I go live 8:30 in the morning and 8:30 at night Central Time.
I should be up then.
Well, I'll be around. I will be around.
Yeah, I'll invite you, Camden,
All right.
and you can come hang out in boxes and play.
Well, I'm gonna end my live, and
All right,
I gave you a follow back,
All right.
Camden. And Mama, I appreciate all the taps. I appreciate you. Oops, I appreciate you just
You're
doing
very welcome.
everything you do. Jut, thanks for coming in and keeping my watch time up and sending the little things that you send because every little bit helps. People don't appreciate that. Um, they don't even appreciate the fact that you sit here and watch my live. I do. You know, my watch time went up to 6 minutes and 52 seconds. My average
yeah,
watch time.
he's good for that.
Yeah. So, like, people think that people like him are rocks. They're not.
Right. No, he's always in my lives.
I know. He's been coming in mine too and just sitting there. And it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yep. Exactly.
He's not hurting
Right.
me.
Nope.
And if I needed the box and I said something, he'd probably be like, okay, I'll come back later.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But yeah, I'm going live tomorrow, Camden. I'll let you know when.
And
All
you
right.
could come back and play Toxic Feud tomorrow night. Or
Yeah.
Saturday. Or Sunday.
What
Those are
time
my
is it?
days. It's 8:30 Central. It takes about an hour. Usually we end around like I start at 8:30 Central, so 9:45 ish because it takes time to get everybody in the room and just get it going. You know.
Yep.
I'll try and be there if I'm not in another one.
Yeah, that's fine. Even if you just come in and watch for a little bit, just so you could see what we're doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Share it out, tap, whatever. Throw a heart me.
I'll probably watch before I join.
That's awesome. That's fine. Everybody's. I'm learning. They're all learning. We're doing this together.
There you go. All right,
But
I'm disconnecting. I'll
no
see you tomorrow,
problem,
Camden.
Mama. I
Okay.
will drop you down. Thank you so much for coming in. She's
You're
disconnecting, so
welcome. You
I
have a
don't have
great
to do
night.
it. You too. Jut, I'm going to drop you down as well. Thank you for coming in, like I said. And Camden, I'm going to get you as well. I will drop you down. I appreciate you stopping in and seeing what the heck that lady was up to. But I appreciate you coming in. And hopefully I'll see you again. I will try to check out your live when I'm floating around.
I appreciate it.
Thank you
I do
so
pop up,
much.
so it'll be
Yeah, I see you're with
completely
GQ,
random.
so I will look for your live. Thank you. I'm gonna drop you down.
All right.
And I am going to end my live as soon as this reloads. Now I can click the button if my computer will cooperate. I'm going to disconnect in 3, 2, 1.